Hey, it's session 2 of War of the Realms D&D. So good to see you. So good to see my players. Hello, everybody. You might notice that we're down one player. Chelsea is not here for this session today. They have an amazing opportunity that they're currently a part of. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it, what it is. But that was very important. They needed to go there. So congrats, Chelsea. Hope you're having an amazing time doing that really cool thing. But we will carry on without them, and they will be back next week for session 3. We only have a short time span today. People's schedules have other things going on as that happens. So we're going to do a 2.5 hour session today, but we're going to try to pack through as much as we can for your viewing pleasure. But with all that in mind, everybody, thank you so much for everyone who's watching this live. And let's get going, everybody. So as always, grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite sets of dice, and let us dive into session 2 of War of the Realms. Last we left off, our band of adventurers who are just starting to get to know each other met up with Captain Thorn, who has been appointed to take care of a little bit of a security gig for the village you are currently in, the Crystal Brook village, nestled very close to the Astral Citadel, the capital city in the Arcane Dominion. It is a celebration in these parts to celebrate the Sorcerer's King of his current reign, anniversary of sorts. So the Crystal Brook village, known for housing a lot of the arcane crystals that the Citadel and the Dominion use to power their weapons and their vanguard and all that. Precise to say that it got a lot of money coming through it, a little bit, but still pretty small town vibes. But as this parade is barreling through, there was some whispers, some rumors. A few of the townsfolk were complaining to the Vanguard that some vandalism was going on. And someone within the Citadel came to Captain Thorn, who runs a pretty detailed and discreet investigative agency, detective agency, hired you all to find out what they could ascertain, or at least just keep the peace while the parade goes through Crystal Brook Village on its way to the capital city of the Astral Citadel. Having found a few places to investigate first, you went to the Sleeping Inn tavern, whereupon as soon as you opened the door, a big flash of green happened. You were all knocked out, and you awoke to a barren tavern main hall, a bit broken, furniture pieces broken all over the place. The main bar itself concaved and crashed in with graffiti writing all over the place. You all woke up, and one of the first people to wake up was Torben, Tank's massive Asgard barbarian character, to which you felt something smack you in the head, kind of woke you up, looked around, wasn't sure what's going on. You heard a lot of snickering and odd voices coming from behind the bar top, and these various pair of bright green eyes emitted out of the shadow, which turned to be a gang of goblins. What harm could a gang of goblins do, right? They're goblins. Who gives a crap? And coming out from the back was a leader of sorts, I guess, someone who's kind of corralling this chaotic group, who had a bit of sophistication for a goblins, wearing these high platform shoes that made them a bit taller than the rest of the others, had an interesting hairstyle, wrapped leathers, a bit armored for a goblin. And Torben took this opportunity to lift up the table they were tied to and cannonball into the rest of the goblins, instantly starting combat. But to your surprise, these were no average goblins. As soon as you were able to break free of the table, and the rest of your party members trying to break free of their knots and ropes they were tied to, the green eyes flashed and ethereal flame started to emit. Its green energy started to wrap around their hands, and whoever juiced up these goblins did a good job, because this fight was hard. A couple of you were knocked out a couple times as your weapons were taken. One Captain Thorn got knocked out a couple times during that fight. Your weapons were taken from you and put into a nearby storeroom, which made the fight even a bit more challenging. But you rose to the challenge. You used your wits and ingenuity and eventually came out on top, learning that these goblins were emitting a strange psychic energy, not something that goblins are known to do. But with one last flare before you vacated the tavern, Captain Thorn did a very impressive burning hands, I think, and scorched the remaining goblins and their commander, leaving two begging for their lives, as you pretty much said, come with us or stay here and burn. So with a little bit of something to go on as to what these vandalism could be referring to, why these goblins are doing what they're doing, you interrogate them a little bit as the flames begin to take hold of the tavern, putting your thumb on them a bit, and they were holding this black onyx sphere of some kind. It was what they were here for. I think you might have even gotten their leader's name. I can't really recall. But you decided to grab them, take them back to Captain Thorn's office, his detective agency, to interrogate further and figure out what direction you wanted to take next. So, with that, you start to make your way out of the Sleeping Inn Tavern into the main streets of the festival. Leaving up to you, up to this point, if you want to take the main route or kind of duck your way through the alleyways and side streets that got, like, I think Torben took one goblin under each arm and are just carrying them around as they're kind of like, and it's a raucous crowd. There are fireworks going off, confetti, bits of lotus leaf and pink rose petals falling into the streets all around you. Massive parades of the Arcane Citadel's victories from past years are all being displayed on floats. There's children running around in the streets. Mostly the parents and the villagers are all just having a good time, drinking ale, holding each other shoulder to shoulder, rocking back and forth, the music being played. So, with all this having been said, what would you all like to do?
Does anybody look particularly perturbed that we've just set a building on fire?
Right.
So the smoke is kind of billowing out from the main door, as we kind of discussed last time. I think we left it at, it didn't,
I think we snuck away.
Erupt
right?
in flame before. Yeah, you were able to kind of get away before it caught, but the smoke is just like billowing out as you're leaving. So it's not engulfed in flame yet, but probably can surmise that after a bit of time, it might be.
Are there any guards nearby?
Right now, where you're headed, so right now you just kind of left the entrance of the tavern. There's like kind of a side street going this way, going that way. Another building in front of you where those side streets lead into the main road where the parade's kind of going down. So right now, looking around, there doesn't seem to be guards around you. As you look to the main road, there are a couple of vanguard around the various streets, kind of keeping the peace. A couple mystic scouts, which are a bit of the lower tier soldier type. Some are known to be work covert operations as well, but they kind of have the main job of policing the streets. If everyone wants to make a perception check, you can see what else you can make out.
Sure.
Can I do it from above?
Yeah, you want to fly up?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Clara's gonna just like, hang on a sec, and just like swish into the air and specifically looking to see if more goblins are coming.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, make me perception check.
Don't worry about mine. Don't worry about it.
What'd you get? I don't know.
I got a 5.
Hey!
I got 18.
18.
I'm still beaten up.
Yeah, you're still
my eyes swollen.
Anime style just swells up uncontrollably. Yeah, so you boost up into the air, gliding around top-down view. Again, celebration, lovely festival. You make out a few of Mystic Scouts, kind of just like making sure things are in order. You can spot 2 Spellguard captains, Spellblade captains, which are pretty formidable in the ranks of the Vanguard. They wear a royal blue, sort of long-coated outfit, very regal and fine, high collar, gold and silver stitching adornments with light armor, sort of like a pauldron here and a forearm guard here. And you can sort of see out of the sleeve of their captain's jacket a bit of a light blue blade that comes out of their right cuff. They're very formidable, not to be messed with. But they seem to be just kind of like hands behind their back, just looking around, making sure everything's kosher. Goblins, though, you don't see any goblins outright. You see a group of kids that are near a bakery that are like jumping up and down the counter trying to grab cookies and sweets as the guy's like, okay, one at a time. But goblins you don't see.
Okay. How far away are the guards?
So right where you are, so like probably like 10, 15 feet ahead of you, there's a couple Mystic Scouts that are just looking around, kind of walking a little bit up and down. They don't have any armor on. They're like soldier level. So they have leather-bound breastplates, and they have sleeveless, long-tailed jackets with big, billowy canvas pants with boots strapped up knee-high. And they have these particular glove adornments on with these metal attachments that are ringed around their fingers that kind of go into their wrists. Some of them have tattoos on their face. Some of them have long hair. Like, it looks like a very hodgepodge of collection of Denzians in that position.
Okay, I will, just from above, with like a little bird call, like, ooh, ooh, just like call down to my party like 15, 20 feet and just kind of point them out. And I'll stay hovering and keep a watch as we're walking.
Okay, so just like starting to hover. Roll me a stealth check.
I mean, I'm not trying to be stealthy.
Perfect. Even better. Okay, so as you're flying fairly high too, and like as you're in the sky, fireworks kind of flying all above you, so you kind of got to dodge those a little bit. But you don't see one on above, like on the ground, like looking up and noticing you just yet. There's like kites kind of hovering by, and balloons and all that. But yeah, as you kind of whistle down, kind of look up to Clara, soaring with their winged kind of arm span, kind of point down to where some guards are kind of walking up and down the road. So up to you to decide where you'd like to go.
Lewin's going to perk up real quick and hesitantly remind ourselves we are covered in the smell of smoke and fire. So we've made it out, friends, but looks down at our kind of singed clothes. We're not very inconspicuous right now. If we should approach the guards, we might want to have to go in there with whatever sway Captain Thorn might have with the local police, if you would, Captain.
Right. I mean, I smell like cigarette smoke all the time, so it should be all right. But I mean, we should at least tell them so we don't burn down the town. I'll make something up, and I'll approach one of the guards.
Okay, so you're are you leaving the party to go ahead and talk to them, or is you guys?
I'll kind of like to not make a scene, to walk up with a squad and be like, that place is burning down. Don't worry about us though.
And Alec leaves the campaign. Bye, everybody.
No, I'll make my way to a guard.
Sweet. As you're doing that, Torben,
maybe it's stabbed.
The 2 goblins under your arms. Did you tie them up?
I don't recall if we did.
I thought we did.
I think I remember you just putting them under an arm.
Tied
they were
via
terrified.
biceps, I think.
Yeah.
Rake me a strength check really quick.
20, dirty 20.
Hey.
So as you're kind of talking to Captain Thorn and the rest of your companions here, you just feel a sweat, like a little bit of wriggling, and you just go, you just flex, like eyeballs almost like bulge out of their
Quiet
skulls
down.
and just like tighten
Quiet
up a little
down.
bit. No, sit down,
Good
boss.
enough.
Whatever you want. Where you belong to you now, really. You just have to tell us what to do. That's fine.
Shush.
Yep. So Captain Thorn, as you walk over to the main street, the celebration, just picking up one of the Mystic Scouts.
Yeah. Whoever's closest, pretty much.
Sure. So you got one kind of, as you're looking down the alleyway of two buildings side by side, blocked by a good array of people. You see one kind of walking the top of the head, has a long ponytail coming down the side, little bit of a markings of tattoos coming up the side of the neck, 5 o'clock shadow, has a bit of a scar kind of just like going down this way. Just grab his attention and be like, hey, what's up?
I'll be like, excuse me, I think, funny name, I think the bartender down at the Sleeping Tavern fell asleep with his oven on or something. I see some smoke coming out of the building. Just wanted to give y'all a heads up.
Wait, there's a building on fire?
I just see smoke. I don't know about no fire, but I just walk past it and right down there. And as I'll point over to it.
Yeah, he'll start to like look up as some of these like various shops and residential areas are a bit tall. So he just looks up and just sees like a bit of building smoke going. Alec, make me a persuasion roll really quick.
You got it, boss. All right. Persuasion. I'm good at this one. That is a 16 total.
16. Okay. I rolled very low. So instead of taking whatever Mystic Scouts were near him and going behind you to where your party is, he is going to kind of walk down the street a little bit. Be like, thank you so much. What did you see? What happened? Did you see anyone who caused it?
No, like I said, it just seems like maybe he fell asleep with the oven on or something. I'm just what's the word? I don't want to waste too much of your time. I didn't see.
Okay.
He's hungover.
The spell god captain's gonna have my head. Yes. Okay. But thank you, citizen. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hey, over here. There's a fire. There's a fire. And he just starts to like run off, and two Mystic Scouts are down the way, just like gets their attention, and they go down sort of the second sort of side street and are getting ready to like meet and turn. So when they go down, they will see you guys. So you got to be quick if you want to go forward into the crowd if you want.
Let's go.
Let's submerge into the mass of people.
Okay. So the rest of you see Captain Thorn kind of have the conversation. He goes, "Well, what?" And you just see him one of the scouts hurriedly run off. And the rest of you just get thrown into this amalgamation of good times. You're kind of shoulder to shoulder like in a music festival. All types of people are in attendance. Just from all across the Arcane Dominion have come to show up as the festival is kind of going from town to town. All types of creatures, big and small. But for you, some of you bump into, it's a largely human population in Crystal Brook Village. So some people are like, "Hey, watch where you're going." And someone's like, "Hey, come on." One of them puts an arm over you, Lewin, and just goes like, "Hey, where you going? Come celebrate with us, buddy. Come on." He's just like a tankard of meat, and he's like, "Hey, come on, you want to
Good times indeed, sir.
Yeah, all right, no problem. That's fine. Hey, you over there?" And just like goes to just another person, does the exact same thing. So wading through this, you've got two goblins underneath your arms, Torvin. I'd like for you to describe to me how you're going to try to keep these guys a bit out of sight.
I'm going to I don't know if I'm wearing like any cloaks or any a backpack? Do we have a backpack?
I'm wearing like a monk robe. I could like take off the cloak with my robe and just walk around my bodysuit. But then I'd be wearing just kind of armor and nothing else. I could just like throw my monk robe.
There wouldn't happen to be any like dancing dragons around or anything with her, Kevin.
So no dancing dragons. There are various people in costume. There's a few bard troops roaming around in festive gear. You see a few children in the mix as well in their own costumes. They're kind of running to and fro around you, and just some kids playing in the street as well. So whether you wanted to try to grab some of their clothes somehow and take that is up to you, but
would there be any I don't know, perhaps a particularly festive hat rummaging around my person?
Make me a perception check. I want to see if this works.
I almost rolled off the desk. I'm blind, Kevin. That's a 1.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, no big floppy wizard's hats are roaming around near you currently. You do see that the parade, the floats are fairly far apart as they're coming down the main drag. So there's like a good 30, 40 feet between them. One just passed by you guys as you were kind of leaving the tavern. So it's a bit down the way. The other one is slowly coming up down the road. Probably take 15 minutes or so to get to you. And there are some more elaborate costumed people down that way, but that's up to you if you wanted to make your way there or just try to see if you can barrel your way forward.
Well, I mean, if we could maybe hide the goblins themselves in plain sight.
Do a non-lethal unarmed attack and take them and clunk their heads together. And then roll them up in my bedroll like a burrito, and just
Okay, so
That's
here's
a better
how
idea.
this is gonna go. I'm gonna have you make me a grappling check. They're pretty badly hurt from the fight already, so they don't have many hit points left.
Oh no!
So
non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal. You're concave their hits, and well, we try to question them, and now there's just goblin corpses.
25 for athletics check.
Remember how first session I was rolling the best I've ever rolled? It is now reversed. Yeah, that seems about right for me. So yeah, the goblins are just because you kind of intimidated them. You already had intimidated them to go along with you, and you're shut up. And they're just kind of flopping in your arms, and they're just wide-eyed. But it's a bit of a thing of no one's clocking them immediately because there's so many elaborate costumes floating around this parade that it's you'd have to double check. You'd be wait, that's not makeup. But you just don't want to take any chances, and you kind of find a bit of a little bit of a dancing mosh pit where just the crowd is kind of intermingled, and the goblins are I like this music. Oh, this is very nice. This is what's like everyone. Punk. They just flop as their unconscious bodies are just in both of your arms. So you're gonna take your. I just wanted to say this you're gonna take your bedroll out.
Yeah.
And wrap them up like a burrito.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming you are doing this. I mean, stealthily. I don't know if you want to try to do it stealthily in the middle of a crowd with. There are still some. They're not all the guards didn't leave, mind you. There are still peppered out there keeping a watch.
Yeah, I'll do it stealthily.
Can I help his action maybe?
As a distraction. Yeah.
Describe to me how you make this action stealthily.
Lune will go, Torben. The roll.
That's a fantastic idea.
I'll take it and kind of hold it out almost below the eye level of the people around me, and kind of hold it as like a trampoline type reception.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're more trying to make it look like it's a game, like when you took a ball and a tramp, in a what are they called?
Right.
In gym class when you had that big billowing thing. You're
with just an inquisitive look towards Torben, is this?
Okay, Torben.
Okay.
Make me the stealth check
Oh gosh.
to see if you and Luan. I'll give you advantage because Luan's helping you. To our stealth, or you know what? This would be charisma actually. This could be more based on performance than doing it stealthily.
Oh gosh.
So make me a charisma check. At advantage with Luan's help.
It's 14.
14. So as you're kind of like trying to make it look like they're like maybe like kids having a good time, like at the festival, you're like got the bed around, like, yeah, bouncing it around. And then as you're kind of like placing the goblins kind of in the blanket and you're getting ready to roll it, there's around 3 spell guard captains kind of peppered throughout the blocks. There's 2 that are in eyesight. One's pretty far down. Most of the Mystic Scouts in your vicinity, the 3 that were kind of in that alleyway area, have like gone down to where the fire of the tavern is. But you start doing that, and you can see one is just looking around, like enjoying the festival. And as you kind of like this unconscious, like childlike body is just floating up and down, and you start to like roll into it. One of the spell guard captains. Do this. And they're starting to make their way through the crowd towards you.
Do I see the spell captain leave the area near me and head back towards the group?
You mean the Mystic Scout, the soldiers that left?
The one. So, because I went up to the square where the guards and everything were,
yeah,
and there's that's where the spell guards were, and now they're making their way back. That's one has noticed them and making them way towards the party. Is that correct?
So the ones that were near you, they vacated that area, went towards the tavern. This is on the other side of the main street.
Oh, so I don't see anything. Well, sorry, gang.
Is there an alley that I can see from above? Close to Torben specifically.
Yeah, well, they got like a few feet into the main road. Like it's a pretty wide street. I wouldn't say you made it probably not even like halfway. You kind of got into like the line that precipitates into the crowd. So there's the alleyway that you came out of, and there's like another one like 10 feet away, and then another one 15 feet away. So there's a couple of side streets if you wanted to go back the way you came.
Would we know from here where Captain Thorn's office was, or has he not told us that?
We would have met there before we went.
Yeah. So
okay.
his office is nearby. His office is kind of situated like Sherlock Holmes' office in Bleecker Street. Like it's along the main drag of the road here, but where you are, it's like maybe like 5 blocks, 6 blocks down that way.
Okay, I think Clara would same thing, bird call, and like kind of try to direct you guys to the closest alley away from the guard that's noticed us.
Okay.
I think we should head that way. We'll go that way.
Yeah, I'll just follow suit.
Okay, so as that happens, you hear like up.
It's nicer than that. It's nicer than that.
Majestic macaw.
Thank you.
Rings through the air as you kind of look up and just see Clara just kind of circling around that kind of alarm bell, and Captain Thorn, you'd notice it as well.
Yeah.
Because you alert, and then you kind of look over at the other side of the main road as this captain's kind of like intrigued and going towards you. So yeah, if you want to book into that alleyway, you're more than able to. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
We're
so
going.
You finish rolling up the goblin like a little burrito, and then you come back the way you came and start to head in there. What would you like to do now?
Well, we need to go to Thorn's office to engage.
Yes.
So let's find a way there.
Okay.
And what does the road look like ahead?
So yeah, you're looking at kind of like imagine like Italy sort of thing. So you've got your main streets, and there's just like tons of side streets and alleyways that are wedged between shops, residences, all of that. But as you guys are coming back that way you came, the flames from the tavern starting to raise higher. The Mystic Scouts have like blankets, and they're trying to like, where's the spell god, Captain? Quick, we need water, we need something, we need spells to help with this, like Jesus! And the flames are like starting to rage higher. As you come back into that corner, are you trying to avoid them and just like slink through?
I would imagine.
Yeah. Okay, make me another group stealth roll really quick.
And I would just like to say Clara now comes down. She's like above you guys, but building height, so I'm not drawing attention.
Okay. Thorn.
30, 20.
I'm just moseying to my office. I haven't drawn any suspicion, so
Yeah,
I'm just
this-
gonna make my way.
We
not
know
more
where his
about-
office is, right? Like,
Yeah, you know where the
okay.
office is. It's not about being suspicious. It's more about like if they clock you to be like, help us with this fire.
All right.
30, 20.
Cool.
So,
18.
15.
15.
I'll type it.
Nice. More than enough. So as you kind of bank that corner that our spell captain's a bit held back from the large crowds, but you take that corner and the flames have started to catch. The tavern is now getting engulfed in flames, and the Mystic Scout, the spell blade captain, comes around the corner, is starting to like conjure like some water or something so they can splurge at it at the side of the window. But they don't notice you. Yeah, I know, I said splurge. I also do that when I DM. I say weird words that I probably shouldn't to describe things. But anyway, so going down the side streets away from the raucous of the festival, you're able to kind of make your way down until you're about perpendicular to where Thorn's office is. But again, it is on that main drag of the festival roadway. So you've gotten some distance between the Spellguard captain. If you wanted to get back into that main part, you're welcome to. Or if you want to do their tactic, let me know.
You guys, I think I'll just go have a look ahead, make sure there's no guards keeping an eye out. We've caused a bit of chaos. And I'm just gonna like scoot ahead of everybody and take a peek out the alley before we exit.
Okay, sir, make me another perception check.
Oh, that is good. That's a 9.
9. Yeah, you're looking through this part of the festival run. Everything's very condensed. You don't make out any Mystic Scout uniforms or Spellblade Captain uniforms. But it's kind of like an Assassin's Creed situation where so many people like muddled together that it's kind of hard to like look at every single person and like notice everything that they're wearing. But you feel pretty confident that you don't see any at this vicinity at the moment. They're kind of spaced out a little bit here.
Do I see Captain Thorn yet?
Yes.
Looks good, guys. Let's go. And I just head out without waiting for them.
Right.
Pull him.
You go inside there. All
I'll
right.
just fall behind the bird line.
Bird line, excellent. So again, you wade yourself into the main drag of the festival here. As you're making your way through, you kind of look down several feet, and you can see that Spellblade Captain is like doing this a little bit, like where'd they go kind of thing. And then you hear a bit of a hushed noise amongst the raucous crowd of a ging 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 coming from the burnt tavern, and the captain just kind of gets frustrated that he can't find you and just starts to dart down the side alley there and signals a bunch of people to follow him. So any guards that were kind of in your vicinity, a big chunk of them start to make their way down towards the building there to help. But it seems like you got a pretty good clean shot to go to the crowd if you like.
Let's take it.
All right.
Let's go.
Burning down a tavern, blessing disguise. So
perfect distraction.
Alec,
Yeah.
if you would be so kind to describe what the front part of your detective agency looks like.
So I imagine it's like, it's not its own building. I have a rented office space within another building. Like I've rented a room that is like my detective agency. So like, you know, you have to like walk through the lobby. I wave hi to Janet at the front desk. I don't know who Janet is. You know what? She's a Fearbold. She's very nice. I make my way up the stairs.
Hello, Captain Thorn.
Good to see you, Janet. Good to see you.
How's your day going?
It has been a hot one out there, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, the sun is shining brightly today. I do say so myself. It's hard to get all this
Absolutely.
moisture out of all this cow fur, but I try my best.
Well, you look lovely today, Janet, as always.
Oh, thank you. The pit stains aren't as big today. I try some
That
new things today to try to keep it
it's
under
working.
control. But
It's
thank you,
working.
dear. Thank you, dear. Do you need your mail today?
Yeah, that would be great. And also, there's going to be a group of goofballs that are going to walk through. If you could just send them up to my office, that'd be great.
Oh, sure, no problem, no problem. We gotta just check them in. It's kind of the Vanguard rules for new people going into the established businesses that have to do with investigative stuff. But that should be okay, right?
When did that become a rule? This is also Alec asking. Like, when did this become a new thing? Or
it's been a bit of a contention with investigative businesses that anything to do regarding jobs that come from the Citadel, if you yourself are like a licensed detective and have like been vetted with them, so sometimes they do require for little sign-ins things just to keep track of like who's working with who and stuff like that. But you have found ways to skirt around that most of the time. So I'm going to leave this as a story choice for you. Do you want to forge identities for these people, just give like false names, or do you want to put them as is?
I'll lean on to Janet's desk and I'll go, Janet. Now,
yes, Dave.
You know, in my line of work, sometimes I got to deal with folks that are taking risk at their own personal being to help me with an investigation, right?
That's right. Yeah, you work with a lot of crazy people.
Exactly. So I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Just to not spook them, right, with the whole signing in thing, why don't you just send them up to me? I'll tell them myself because they know me. They don't know you yet. And I'll make sure that they feel comfortable enough that they can come down and sign. And we just don't want to scare them because I don't want to lose the lead. I'm on the tail of something big here. I can feel it, Janet.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check.
You got it.
Very slick, Captain Thorn.
Oh hell yeah! That is a 12 plus 6, so an 18.
Brilliant. So, yeah, Janet has kind of like purplish furbolg fur, the beautiful cow-like pink nose adorned with like big bifocal spectacles, has kind of a like big billowing like dark green silk shirt with a bit of a cravat that's tied down at the collar. Just looks over at you and goes, all right, just this one time then, okay?
You're the best, Janet.
We gotta start following the rules of the Vanguard. I mean, we don't want to get this complex shut down. We got like 10 businesses up in here paying all the rent for my kid's future.
Of course. I know Janet, but just this once. All
right, you darn cutie, get out of here.
And I'll make my way up to my office.
Okay.
Which I imagine is just like it's like Matt Murdock's like lawyer office when they first got. So it's like that basic wooden door with that kind of like frosted glass. It looks like there was another business like there before that I have since like etched out and then like put a sign over that says like Detective Thorn's office. And the office itself is really just like it's a desk covered in files, a bookshelf covered in books and more files. A strange lack of chairs, though. There isn't any chairs.
Is there a couch anywhere? Or just like the one chair at the desk and that's it?
There's nothing.
Very barren.
No, yeah, it's just the desk. PI doesn't have a great pay rate.
When do we get there?
So you like Captain Thorn kind of went in there a bit first to make sure everything was okay. Not very long after that, you start to approach. Same thing. You see Janet, front desk clerk Furbolg. And you must be Captain Thorn's friends. How you all doing today?
Doing great, my friend.
That is one bulky bedroll you got under your arm there.
This is for Captain Thorn. It's a gift.
Oh, a gift? Who made it? Did you make it?
It was a group effort.
Oh, you all made it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's pretty nice of you. he doesn't have much furniture in his office. Kind of has just the one desk and like a chair and just piles and piles of paper everywhere. He's tried to get me to organize it a few times, and I said, Captain Thorn, you got to do your own work around these parts. You can't just be asking people to do all the stuff for you all the time. So I'm glad at least he's got some sort of bedroll to sleep. And she just keeps talking.
My friend, could you direct us to where his office is? I don't think we've been here before.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Just upstairs, second floor over to your right. There's other businesses up on there. It's the one door that's got fogged glass, a bit of a crack in it. I've been telling him to get it repaired a few times too, but he doesn't want to pay for that as well. Can kind of
It's
own
all
it.
right.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe just like mention to him that like we're running an establishment, we're trying to upkeep, appearances and
Absolutely.
stuff like that.
You need fine running establishments to make it in this tough times.
Yeah, tough times they are. But hey, Crystal Brook's a fun town. Celebrations raging on for the Citadel. So, not bad. I'm, of course, stuck in here as everybody gets to have all the fun. But, it's just another day in the life of Furbolg Janice. But anyway, so
All right.
get up on there. Have a
Well, it
good
was
day.
nice meeting you. I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. And as you kind of walk up the stairs holding that bulky bedroll, like a little green foot kind of just like pokes out a little bit, and you just kind of walk up the stairs and it just goes flops up.
The rest of them go up. Can Clara hang back for a moment?
Sure.
And she just comes up to the desk. And she's not trying to like hide from her friends or anything. She's just waiting till they're all like done chatting with her. She goes, excuse me. Her head like barely comes up the top of the desk.
Hello there, colorful fella.
Hi, you're a Furbolg, right?
Oh, that's correct, dear. You're Eric Holker, right?
Yeah. I met one of your friends. His name was Fôlkvangr. Do you know him?
The name was who?
Fôlkvangr.
Foghome?
Yeah. Do you know him? Do you live in the Feywild? Have you been there?
Oh, my dear. Well, yeah, I have relatives in the Feywild. I do visit from time to time, but Crystal Brook's been my home for quite a while. My grandparents came over here, traveled over some years ago.
When was the last time you were there? I've heard from them.
Yeah, I usually visit in the wintertime when it gets a bit cold around these parts, but I haven't been there for like a couple of years or so.
Okay. Thank you. And she like just taps on the desk and walks away. Have a good day.
All right, bye. Colorful. And just goes back to doing their work as you slowly make your way up the stairs. Yeah. So
can you get the door? This arm's been bugging me.
I'm just gonna like wait for Clara to come through and just like close it and poke the foot back into the bedroll.
Back in there. All right. So Clara's joined the rest of you as you're now in Captain Thorn's office. What would you all like to do?
I'll unroll the goblins and fasten their arms behind their back.
All right.
Well, that was could have gone better, but not bad for a first outing. He's got an ice pack, like the big eye, like the,
out of the drawer from your desk. That's like
Yes.
just a pool of water.
Yes. He freezes it and sticks it in his face.
Definitely, we're not this type of goblins I've encountered before.
No, like their leader said, they got help from. So it was a. Can I make a history check, or Kevin, can you help me out? What the goblins specifically told us?
It was
a
like a
deity?
Yeah.
It was a deity.
I believe it was just a very ambiguous the deity, I think.
Right.
Yeah, they you kind of like try to give him the Dark Knight routine. Where are they? And
Do they need to be healed or something to wake up?
well, unconscious, I think you can resuscitate them with like 1 HP if you want. If you want them to, be up a little bit more than that, you could give them some healing. But usually you just kind of like make a medicine check to just kind of like snap them out of it. But as they were talking to you, they were like, yeah, it was kind of just like ramblings a little bit. You're like, the deity gave us new life. The deity gave us new power. He gave us the freedom to do what we wanted. And you ask them about where they came from, and I think they just said like underground.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, so they're awake now.
All right, make me a medicine check.
I will wake them up. I'm rolling good today. That's
All right.
17.
Sweet. How do you wake them up?
I just kind of like give them a little pats on the face, like.
Better
So as you
pat
kind
from
of
use
like
a slap.
they knocked out again.
Okay.
As you kind of unfurl the bedroll, the two bodies kind of just like tumble out on the floor. Come on. Wake up, hands tied behind their back, like you said. And they can't touch their head.
Sorry, I tripped in the street and you both just kind of like I took a face plant and you guys just knocked right out. I apologize.
That's so messed up. Ow. And just like a blinding headache, so they're kind of like opening their eyes. Wow.
Oh, we're just somewhere where we can talk. That's not on fire.
Where's all the furniture?
You don't need to worry about that, all right?
was
You
thinking
need
the
to
same.
worry about yourselves right now.
Very empty space. Have you been in here a long time?
All right. Well, now, my little goblin friends, what are your names?
Blob. And that's Zeke.
Blob and Zeke. All right.
Yeah, I named him and he named me.
You're brothers.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, listen, Blob and Zeke, we want to help you, right? You don't want to get in any more trouble. You've been through a bit of an ordeal today, right? And so I was just wondering if you could give us a little bit more information about this deity that you talked about that gave you the power, to be free and all that jazz. What do you know about him?
Make me a charisma check. Advantage.
All right.
Persuasion or intimidation.
I'm gonna do persuasion. Because that's a nat 20 plus 6. So that's 26.
All right, so go down the list. Where are they situated and who's giving them the orders?
So I was asking if they could tell me any more about the deity, how they met the deity, just kind of general information about where this power came from, how they happened to, to be found in the deity's service, those types of things.
We were gathered by Big Brain. Big Brain gathered us, and he got the power from the mighty god, and through his unicorn horn, he was able to gift us his abilities. We never felt so strong, and no one would ever look down on us again, and we didn't have to live on the ground anymore and can just kind of do what we want.
So it was Big Brain, the big guy back at the bar?
No,
it was a different Big Brain.
yeah, that's right.
Was it just a big brain, or are you just calling a smart person Big Brain? Was it like a floating brain on its own?
No, not floating brain.
Thank
This
God.
is we call him Big Brain. He makes the plans. He makes the plans and sends it down the road.
Right. And Big Brain wasn't in the bar.
No.
Now, where does Big Brain hang out?
And just kind of like looks around. Nowhere to go.
We ain't gonna do nothing to him. I just want to talk to him, make sure that you all are safe and you're getting the treatment you deserve.
Treatment?
Yeah.
What treatment?
Well, you know what? Like, I think, you two are fine fellows, Blob and Zeke. I'll say like Zeke to Blob and Blob to Zeke. because I'm not sure. And I'll be like, you deserve to be treated fairly. You deserve to be treated kindly, even though you've been up to some mischief. That's all right. But we're here to make sure that you're going to be taken care of just fine after this. And so I want to speak to this big brain to make sure that he's not putting you in any more dangerous situations.
It was the first time ever living underground. And we got a bit carried away.
Happens to the best of us.
We came. We're in an old mine. That's where we lived for a while. With many more of us. Big family. Huge family.
We like a big family. Is that where Big Brain came and found you? At the mine?
Yeah.
All right. And where did he take you after that?
Well, there was just a few of us at first. And then Big Brain came with his glowing unicorn horn. And he said, we have to be free. We have to see what the surface world can offer us. And he said we have to get him some shinies. And he said the more shinies we bring, the more power we will get. And he gave us a taste of the power. It was really good. We all really liked it a lot. And so he said, "So chaos!" Which was a really fun word. I don't know what it means, but he had his huge hands out and everything. So that's what we did. Yeah.
And where was this? Where he told you to sow chaos? Where were you? Like, was it another tavern? Was it where was it?
We came from the mine.
Right.
And he said, go across the brook and sow chaos. Bring back the black shinies, and more power will be bestowed from you, from the deity.
And he told you how to find these black shinies?
Yeah. He said there in these 4 places.
Okay.
And the tavern was one of them. It was in the bar top. Normally I couldn't break wood ever, but the new deity is very kind to us and allowed us to have ability to break things and smash things. Really exciting.
Right. Where were the other 3 places? So there was the tavern, and where are the other 3?
So you actually had some notes about this. I think we discussed it last session, but it was Barthen's Well, the Miners' Exchange, and the Shrine of Luck. And as the goblins kind of described to you these locations, they don't know the names of them, but they go on to be like, there was one that it was like the circle with stones and a bucket goes down it. That was one. There was a shrine to Odin, whatever that is. I don't fucking know. And then there was people with pickaxes and stuff, and they were, but we didn't go there. We were tasked with the tavern.
Were there other groups sent to the other 3 places?
Oh, yeah.
And where did he tell you to bring, once he got the shiny, where were you going to go next?
Back home?
Back to the mine?
Yeah.
Where's the mine? How far is it from Crystal Brook?
They're just kind of like looking at all of you towering over them, like wondering what's going to happen if they finish the sentence.
I forgot how tall we all are as well.
Yeah,
God.
You're over these guys. We're like 7 foot tall on average. I forgot.
Can I just like put my stick against the wall and I'm just gonna like sit crisscross applesauce? I'm just gonna look at him.
Oh, you're green too. Is outside of town, near the mountains.
Right.
We drew the name on the tavern. I don't know why we did that. I think that was Blob's idea. Shut up, Steve.
And you remember there's a graffiti on the bar top that said Zorzula was here. All of you, I'd like you to make me history, intelligence, anything that you could drudge up to see if you can remind yourself about some surroundings.
Let's do history.
5.
That would be a solid 16, Zach.
11.
6.
I got a 5. Yeah, me and
So
We're just
funny.
knuckleheads,
short-term memory.
martial classes. Yeah,
Not smart. No.
So
A lot
funny
of
enough,
fists, not a lot of brain.
with Thorn actually having been situated here, that makes the most sense. So there is a few hours outside of town, near where there's like a bit of a mountain range. There is an old abandoned dwarven mining facility before they took up to the skies. It was called Zorzula's Rest. And hasn't been in operation for a long time. It starts to go a bit down into Underdark territory. So that makes sense that goblins may have just like taken up that place as their, home. But you haven't been there yourself. You've had no need to. The dwarves are living in Sky cities these days. They're old remnants of their old ways are still scattered across the lands here in Volstiba. But that's the closest one.
Well, so it's Zorzula, right? Right? That's where it was?
Yes, Lavula.
Exactly what you said.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, unless I've been doing a lot of talking here, my friends.
Hey, Thorn.
Do you? Yeah.
So her is it Hermethia?
Hermethia.
Hermethia. She's with us, right?
Yes.
So it's Blob and Zeke.
Stop. I
Bob and Zeke.
I called him Zeke because I sneezed. And I Zeke! And I was like, that's enough. And then he looked at me and went, blah! Like, what's that? And I gave his money.
So we want to help you. Do you see us as friends? What if we made you feel better?
If we're feeling pretty good, so you beat the shit out of us, but,
You guys surprised us, knocked us out, tied us up.
Yeah.
Tit for tat, scales,
I guess so.
Hey, Hermethia, can you toss them a little healing spell? It might make them a little more friendly.
I suppose. And she'll go and just do a minor healing word over to them as the sort of glowing radiant essence comes off of their hands, just floats over, makes their way to the goblins. They have like scarring, they have bruising, they have contusions all over their bodies. And you just see this elegant wave of energy just float over them, and cuts start to sew back up, bruises start to flush back into their green faces.
How do you feel?
Better now.
And you see the tiny glint of neon green in their eyes start to singe back a little bit and sort of like emanate.
So are we friends?
Make me persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh.
18.
Well, I guess so. I don't even know how this works. How do you... I've never made friends.
You know what? How about you come with us to your home?
Do you want to join our group? Do you want deity's power as well? The unicorn horn can give you such cool abilities, and you can join us as we go around. We can gather shinies together. We're gonna hang out.
And
The
you can
mine is
help
kind of
us
dark.
spot traps that your friend, like your family has made, so we can arrive safely.
Their hands still tied behind their back.
Well, let me discuss this with my associate. Hands up.
I'm gonna pop a healing potion, pour it into a whiskey tumbler, and then mix it with whiskey. I'm just gonna sit down and drink. Drink one of my healing potion.
Roxa said, you know, it's a one of good stuff. Roxa said could maybe make us one of the higher rankings. Yeah, if we bring him the strong, capable people who join our cause, maybe we'll be in charge. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Really, there's only one goblin. He's just talking to himself.
Exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening.
All right. We humbly accept your membership to our Goblin Guild.
And you know what? I think you guys have worked really hard, and your legs are probably very tired.
I think you might have broken them at some point.
We'll fix that.
It's at like a weird angle.
Yeah. One's just like out to the side.
I'm like 8 feet tall or 7 foot something, so my backpack's pretty big. Would you guys like to ride in my pack as we go?
Yes? Well, I don't think the locals are gonna like us very much. Might be
can
hard
just-
to get through.
Put the lid of the pack over when we're in town, and then when we're outside, you can just pop it off, and then
When we get to Zachary Ryan's rest, whatever it's called, when we get there, can you be our followers?
what about friends?
Isn't that just followers to...
Are
No?
are you? Do you need to get some street cred, and you want us to pretend to be your followers
Yeah.
initially? Hey, if that helps get smooth things over.
Oh yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. We don't know what our shiny is.
Okay, we
Can I
do
just,
that.
like- Can I just like pipe up then and go like, when you say black shiny, and then just pull out the onyx thing that I had taken? Got it. Cool. I'm just gonna put it back.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll help you deliver it.
She's very capable. She has a strong grip. She will not let go of it.
Mhm.
And I think one of your hands is mangled. So,
yeah.
so it's better if she hangs on to it.
All right, what are the others? Well, we'll come back with our shiny. Okay.
You come back with a shiny, a bunch of new
Followers.
strong friends,
Mhm,
followers.
mhm.
You're gonna look real good in front of Unicorn Horn Man.
Oh, maybe we'll get our own unicorn horn. Maybe the deity will give us that power too. Yeah.
Now, I just have to ask.
Yeah.
You're saying he's got a unicorn horn that comes out of the front of his head?
Yeah.
Now, is he a unicorn or does he just have a horn? Like a big horse, a big shiny horse with a horn?
I don't
Is
think
that-
he knows what it is. What
Well, he
uses.
said unicorn horns. I
Is he
assumed
a
he
unicorn? Oh my god, that makes so much more sense. He could be a unicorn.
is he on all
Majestic as fuck.
is,
How-
is he
how
on all
many
fours
legs?
or does he stand on 2 legs?
Two legs.
All right. Does he have a big long face or kind of a small face like mine?
That's a really unique unicorn. You understand the two of them are like really lucky. You must have like marshmallows going on somewhere.
Pour another more whiskey into my healing potion.
Long face, long arms, really long arms, very tall, very tall.
Right.
Hmm?
Right. Would I be able to make like a history or a nature check at what they're describing? 2-leg horn, long arms, long legs, very
Go
tall.
for it.
I'll do nature. I'm not good at it, but I'll try it.
I was gonna say, can I help him to try and like recall with like my time in the forest?
Why don't you?
For
do
sure.
that? You should
Yeah.
roll instead, and I'll
Yeah.
help you and give you a
Yeah,
nature check
yeah.
because you don't want my
Crisscross
+1.
episode.
happening.
You go for it.
Oh, 13.
13. Yeah. Never seen a unicorn that stands on 2 legs and has long arms. So whatever they're describing clearly isn't a unicorn.
My friends, should we make camp outside of town or maybe call take a little bit of a rest before we head out to this
Well,
mine.
We could probably like get out of town for a bit, rest out on the outskirts, and then make our way to the mine in the morning. That way we can avoid dealing with any people who want to stop us from delivering the big shiny dog, big unicorn man.
That's a great,
Top priority.
great idea.
Top
Yep.
priority.
On the top of the list. Absolutely.
Before we go to sleep, though, dear friends Blob and Zeke, your unicorn wouldn't look anything like him, would it? And I'll point to Torben. Or would it look anything like this? And I'll put out my long arms myself.
Holy fuck, that's a lot. Jesus Christ.
All right, that's enough.
What?
Well,
Sorry. No.
all right.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, thank you for your help.
It stands up like you. Stands up like that.
Okay. All right. You've been very helpful. Very good work.
Ah, thank you.
All right. Turn around.
All right, so you can ride in my pack, and it's very comfortable. And we'll just put the flap up so you don't have to worry about being seen by people that want to stop you from delivering that onyx.
Yeah, no one should take the shiny.
No.
Rexus would be really mad if you take away the shiny. So
Yes,
let's
I'll just pick you up and put you in if that's easiest.
can I not be tied anymore?
I think it's more comfortable if you're tied up. You're more secure, and it's like if we were to like fall over and crash, the more it kind of secures you, so you don't get hurt as bad. Like a seatbelt.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's an 8.
1.
Ooh, seatbelts.
As Blob looks over at Zeke and says,
That's not bad. I'm kind of getting used to it by now. I mean, I don't know how it's going to secure us in the back, but like, if something happens to them, we'll be safe in the bag. So that's pretty good bet. I mean, we won't get thrust anywhere. The canvas will protect us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll just,
They wish they had a bag.
Pick them up by their like haunch like a cat.
No.
Just like
you put them beside your bag, and one of them just kind of looks over to Clara and be like,
Why are the feathers so colorful?
That's how I made them. Does your
Huh?
unicorn have feathers?
No.
Oh.
No. But that would be cool. Maybe
Yeah.
you can. I don't know. He
Yeah.
does some crazy shit. Maybe you can have feathers.
We should ask him. I can if he has feathers, I can paint them like I painted mine.
You painted them? That's not.
Mhm.
Huh.
Mhm.
Can we paint each other?
I mean, I don't have paints with me.
Oh. All right.
I have like a little bit of like charcoal if you want to like, I don't know, make some war marks or something.
Oh, yeah.
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 Spoils of war. Oh,
Yeah.
looks like we came from something really cool. Yeah.
Okay. And I do like a little under the eyes and like draw silly faces on them and not badass at all. And then get them to look at each other. See? Super cool.
amazing. Well, just fantastic.
True marks of warriors, to be sure, goblins.
Fierce.
I don't know what these pictures are supposed to be, but if you saw the badass, it'd be pretty badass.
I'll do it all myself too. And Clara starts without a mirror, just smearing it all over.
Great.
Okay. All right, well, the conquest!
The conquest.
To conquest.
The
Absolutely.
conquest.
For visual, I want you to picture like Luke Skywalker with
Yoda.
Yoda.
Two
Two heads. I
heads.
was going with it.
all right. So your plan is to not stay here for the night. You're going to get out of town and rest
Outskirts.
somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna
Get
rest
out
on
of
the
here
outskirts
first.
of town. Yeah. Get out of town first.
Okay.
Make part of the
Um,
journey towards the mine.
Sounds
While the guards are still involved with the fire, probably a good
Occupied.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, as you start to make your way out of Captain Thorn's office with the goblins, the Blob and Zeke, fastly in Torben's pack, start to make your way down the different set of stairs back to the ground floor. And as you're about to leave, the clerk, the Furbolg clerk, stops you, Thorn. Janice reaches out and says, "Oh, honey, sorry to bug you. I know you're on your way out. More investigating for you to do. I have a message for you.
Oh yeah,
they came back. I know what's going on. I can read between the lines, kind of thing. I told them we weren't here.
oh
That
right.
could get me in a little bit of trouble.
Was it all right?
There was a message for you from an Austin Demery.
All right.
He said he wanted to know how the investigation was going. I told him that you hadn't told me anything, that you were hard on the job, doing what you could.
Right.
But he's looking for you.
Well, you tell him we're about to follow another lead here, but you tell him that I will check in. I'll check back with him tomorrow. Tell him to meet me, on the outside of town, tomorrow evening.
Outside of town? Okay.
Yeah, right at the edge of the north gate.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, how long are you going to be gone for?
Well, would I know how long it's going to take to get to the mine?
It'll take you about a day and a half.
I lied. I mean, let's say, tell him I'll be back in just a couple of days.
Okay.
And that I'll find him when I'm back in town. Tell him I'm chasing down a lead, though.
All right, sure. Not every day we get visited from Vanguard.
Yeah, right, Janet. I'll tell you what, we got to run. Remember, you're the best, and we'll see you in a few days.
Oh, all right. No problem. Have a good day, everybody.
Everybody up.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day, everyone. All right. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get on the road, shall we?
Good plan.
Hey, who's Austin?
Oh, he's a friend of mine, another coworker in the investigation space.
Vanguard.
What's that?
No, I don't think he's Vanguard. I think he's working solo these days.
What was he working before?
Before, I believe he was back in the day. He's worked for that there Vanguard, but not no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
No need to worry about him then.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
All right then.
Guy insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
I was trusting.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Unless you roll really bad.
Well, I get advantage. And I have a plus 8.
Yeah. I rolled a 4.
Who is Austin?
That's a natural 20, so for a total 28.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, sounds pretty cool. I mean, I'd love to meet another investigator dude someday,
Yeah, absolutely. Make my way.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds great for you. All right, so you go back into the parade, take whatever provisions that you needed, Captain Thorn, from your office, start to head southward outside of Crystal Brook Village. The sound, gets a bit quieter and quieter as you kind of leave the village limits. Lots of rustling riverbeds and all those kind of what we described in the first session, those various arcane crystals kind of glinting and shimmering in a lot of the lakes and creeks that are nearby. Some even closer to the village limits, or some very big ones that are kind of juddering out, various geomancy rock formations coming out of everywhere. It gives this place a very distinct look and feel to it when you come inside. A lot of the windows as you pass by have crystal adornments to them as well. This village really does try to make everything for the resources. But as you kind of peter off, I need one of you to roll me a D20, please.
I'll do it then. Let me see here. I got you guys. That is a 19.
Nice.
Don't know if that's good or not.
I don't either.
So
Yeah,
as you
send it
leave Crystalbrook Village limits, there's just a couple of scattered buildings about. Again, like one more little shop nearby, barn, couple cottages that are a bit like scattered outside of the limits. Like as it gets less condensed, they're a bit sprawled out. The more and more that you leave, and you start to head out into an open sort of field area that starts to make its way through a bit of a forest patch. At this point, you'll probably it's around like late afternoon. But as you're making your way, the topography kind of changes from more like that village center to like open plains to like forested area. It's up to you how long you want to continue on for. There's a few like little wildlife creatures roaming about, deer, rabbits, that kind of thing. But no more trouble seems to be coming your way as of yet. It's up to you if you wanted to just travel until you found a good spot at night to rest, or you could power through and try to get there faster.
I've got a background feature that says steady. You can automatically find a safe route to land. Oh, never mind. It's for not land. It's for water. Never mind.
Okay.
I
We
mean,
would just.
we can.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, I think we can just kind of take it easy and try not to push ourselves too much tonight.
Yeah,
I think we can just kind of plop down in the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
works
Okay.
for me.
Yeah. You're on foot as well. Didn't grab any horses or any wagons or anything. So getting good headway though. Like even when you're leaving Crystalbrook Village, you can see the mountain ranges from where you are. Like they're very close proximity. It's kind of like nestled. That kind of separates this region of Volstiba from the lower ends down to the south. So going into that nestling of mountain range, you're kind of just in the middle, like 2/3 into the forested area till it's like nighttime and then some. Like you're probably looking at like 10, 11 p.m. by this point. You've kind of had any late snacks that you brought with you, water, that kind of thing. Just looking for a clear patch to kind of set up maybe like a campfire and your bedrolls and things like that, which easy enough to find. This place isn't really known for having like crazy monsters, lurking about in the treetops. The Arcane Dominion does a fairly good job of clearing that out of the residences, especially Crystalbrook Village is like their kind of jewel resource for their whole operation. But you unwind, take your packs off, take your boots off if you want to, start to relax before going to bed. Is there anything that the party here would like to chat, discuss before heading out for the night? Clara.
Are there mushrooms to forage?
I won't make you roll for it, definitely.
Yeah, I think Clara would, as everybody's kind of settling down before she even takes her pack off, you guys just see, and I'd say if you guys have been traveling with her for a bit now, this is normal, that she's starting to pick kind of mushrooms and maybe berries and stuff. And, I can cook dinner tonight again. I know that, we just come from a city and it's not the same, but I got some nice mushrooms. I can make a soup.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you,
Claire's
my
just
friend.
gonna start pulling out like pots and pans
my
and
goodness.
like everything that she has in her bag. It's like twice as big as
Very
she is.
Samwise Gamgee.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and she'll kind of pop a squat at the fire and start cooking for you guys.
All right, make me a performance check.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's see how good this grub is.
It's
Is
average.
it seasoned well?
It's an 8.
Okay. What kind of dish are you making?
I'm just making mushroom soup. Like,
Mushroom soup.
yeah, I would say that probably in my time I would have like herbs and dried spices that I've collected. And, we have some clean water. So I'm using those to try to flavor it and give it like a nice hearty flavor. And I really let the mushrooms, I clean them before I put them in. Obviously checking to make sure there's no dirt or poisonous mushrooms in the mix, and try to let them soak for a good like hour and a bit on the fire to really try to infuse the flavor.
Awesome. So
Wow.
as you're all kind of huddled around, do you guys, by the way, I should ask, do you guys make a fire? Do you want to keep more like out of sight?
I think we made a fire with
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah.
Fire.
If we want to choose someone for that, I mean, Lowen totally could have gone ahead and gotten that prepped up.
Sweet. So yeah, as you got the fire going for the soup, Clara foraging mushrooms, making one of their well-known recipes. Takes a little bit of time, but you're kind of settling down, chatting amongst yourselves. Clara, you kind of just come around with a few bowls for everyone out of your pack. Each one of you gets a spoonful, and it's pretty good. Like it's a little, maybe you could use a bit more seasoning, but maybe just traveling around, haven't had the chance to get better seasoning at this point. For what it is, just being foraged out of the forest like that, it's actually pretty decent.
Nobody dies.
Well, yeah, that's good. We like that. We like not dying.
I'm really working on this cooking thing. It's kind of new for me. But yeah, like here you go. And it's the bowls she hands to you are less bowls and more like big chunks of like bark that came off trees or like dried out mushroom caps that she had preserved. Very natural.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Love
Hell
it.
yeah.
Just getting eating it.
Yeah.
Lowen's gonna perk up, and he'll say, we've been together for a while, friends, but even if we look at this from a tactical advantage, I think it's probably best we get to know each other, right? I don't seem to know a lot about much of you, but Captain Thorn, how did you come along to choose your vocation as a detective around here? I know how did that work for you?
Well, it was one of those things where I was always good at figuring stuff out, and a couple of the local nobles trying to figure out whether their spouses are cheating on them or not. Those types of things got into it, and then there's some okay money in it, and so I just decided to
But a passion.
Keep with it. Exactly.
That's very respectable.
Helping people, sometimes you gotta be a little funky about it, and you're hiding in dumpsters and stuff while you're trying to get pictures and things, but that's neither here nor there. But
I haven't a mind
yourself?
for detective work, but I've had my time wandering around the area. I mean, even as a mercenary, you have to keep your mind sharp, but in the way you do it, it's very respectable, Captain. It's very respectable. And I'll go ahead with consuming my soup, allowing the rest of the companions to do whatever chatter they might want to get into.
How about the rest of y'all? What's the rest of y'all's story?
You would notice as Torben was like, after he finishes food, he'd be like kind of massaging his arm, like, because it's been bugging him for a little bit. He'll be kind of quiet, but you'll just notice he's kind of working through something on that arm.
And I just like peek over and go like, you could like just kind of a like check in almost.
Yeah, you can check in.
Yeah. So is that arm like a injury or?
Yeah. This is why I've been, how I got my name Wolfguard. A while back, there was an outpost, and it was part of the Asgard Protectorate, and we were sent on a mission to defend this outpost against some wolf attacks, and it wasn't just a regular wolf, it was a dire wolf, to our surprise. And he got me real good on this arm, and it's just a nagging reminder to try not to underestimate, but that was a lesson we just learned again. But yeah, it happened a few months, and it's still bugging me despite healers healing it and It works just fine, but just in these downtime moments, I notice it just kind of bugs and hurts a little bit.
For months passing, you carried those goblins with no issue. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we got good healers. How about you, Urala? How did you find yourself here?
I wander a lot. And I wandered into the right area, I guess.
Is that where Captain Thorn picked you up? Seem pretty good with your fists, and your fists kind of shoot fire, so that's interesting. I don't know if I've seen that before.
I was taught by I guess he kind of counts as a parent thing. I think it's parents. I think that's what they're called. They're
like a mentor.
Mentor.
Yeah.
I've had one of those.
Yeah. He was a monk, and he passed on his books to me, so I stole some of them and took the rest of them gladly. And I learned a thing or two about how to use my hands.
It's quite evident.
It's respectable carve out one's own path, Urala. And without a steady direction, that's always even more very much respectable. We all have our own path.
I'm just gonna kind of look uncomfortable at that, and like you're like almost seeing too much of me, and just go like,
Little
I'm just gonna like grip at my corset. My corset is under the monk robe, so I'm just gonna kind of like cover. There's eyeballs on it, so I'm just gonna like cover the eyes and like.
Loon won't pry. Will kind of just silently regard.
It seems like Hermethia's already passed out.
Oh.
That's okay. That's all right. Next time.
There's a long road ahead of us.
Very true.
And again, Clara, thank you for this fine meal. I mean, it's unparalleled to anything I've been able to be blessed with on the road.
She's a very good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. It's the first time I've actually ever cooked. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
The first time.
Yeah.
You lie. Not this.
Yeah.
Very appreciative,
So
nonetheless.
thank you for being my little guinea pigs. Yeah.
And she's gonna start just cleaning up after the meal if everybody's done.
If we should give the goblins a little something.
Oh, don't worry about it. I already fed them. I was feeding them on the road. I pull snacks out, at the back of your backpack. Yeah, I got that.
Very appreciated.
You're welcome.
There's like two lumps, just like
crumbs fly.
They're still in the backpack. They're just kind of set down.
We're safe in here.
Shall we take our rest, my friends?
It's about time.
I think so.
I think so. I think that's a good idea.
Do we have someone on watch overnight and take shifts?
I can take the first watch while I finish cleaning up. I don't mind.
All right. And if you start to feel yourself falter, don't mind waking me up. I'm just fine.
Oh, no problem. I'll make sure to make some noise.
Very good. All right.
I'll stay up with you for a
Okay.
little while.
Sure. You gotta help clean though.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm used to cleaning.
Okay.
the rest of you get down into your cozy little bedrolls. You got Torben and Clara doing first watch. And with that, since you piped up first, Clara, roll me a d20.
13.
Okay. So as everyone starts to get to sleep, the two of you are welcome to converse with each other if you like, or we can just do the watch and move on to the next guard.
You know, Torby, I really appreciate you being my friend here. I haven't really had a lot of friends. I just think you're really nice.
I'm glad we met when we did.
Me
It's
too.
definitely when I needed a friend as well.
Me too. Do you have any friends back home that you miss?
You could say that. Neil rub his arm.
I know the feeling. Me too. When was the last time you were home?
It's been about... Well, we went on that mission a few months ago and was out 3 months before that. So it's been quite a while, almost six months to a year. Yeah, about a year.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I miss the wife and kids.
I'm sure they miss you too. Do you think we could try to send them a letter someday?
Absolutely. I've made sure to keep writing them. It's sad to not get stuff back, but just knowing that they're getting updates and know that I'm still out here, what I'm meant to do.
Can I draw them something so you can send it back next time?
Absolutely. That would be
Okay.
great.
Okay. I'm not gonna do it now though because my hands are wet. But next time you're sending a letter, just let me know.
We could help.
No, no,
No?
no. It's very special. I'm sorry we don't know you that well yet.
You can put like a
Oh.
little handprint on the letter. That would be fine.
Okay.
It's nice and easy.
The hand of blob.
Hand of Blob.
Okay.
All right.
We can do that.
Who should we wake up?
Well, first, make me a perception check.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That is 13.
13. So yeah, looking around, quiet, bit of crickets chirping in the tall grass near you. A couple of rabbits kind of hopping about here and there. Yeah, very chill. A couple of fireflies dancing around your campfire as you look up to a sea of stars above you. Gorgeous, like clusters of Milky Way stars all around you with like little, almost like pigments of like swirling galaxies that you can actually see under the Volstiba night sky. Instead of just like one bright little dot in the sky, the galaxies far beyond in the astral sea, you can actually sort of make them out. Like they're not as big as a moon or anything, but you can just see like a slight orb and just like a swirling little mixture of stars and dust. But yeah, nothing.
Reminds me of
nothing.
home.
Very much so.
It does not remind me of home.
I would imagine not.
Let's wake up Lewin, I think.
Lewin and Urala, I think, would be a good watch.
Okay.
We'll wake them up and I'll pass out.
All right. What time is it now? It looks up at the sky, and that is gorgeous.
Yeah, they're like a couple hours, so they're going to bed around like midnight. It's like 2 a.m.
Okay, midnight. All right. Well, feel free to take your rest as well. I've had sufficient amount of rest. I'm good to go.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I don't really sleep too much too well. I'm just gonna kind of like look up at the sky and like look like I'm looking at something very familiar.
See a shooting star slowly go above, but with a trail behind it.
Mhm.
Not too sure if it's a shooting star or something else, but
You wanted to like get to know each other, right? I don't think we heard too much about you.
Oh well. I mean, there's it's quite complicated. I mean, there's not much to tell, but for the most part, I mean, what is recordable at least was a lot of roaming, like you. I guess if you would say. I mean, I don't know exactly what that includes for you, but a good amount of time is spent around on the battlefronts of the regions and beyond. But what experience is, and it's been both enlightening and distracting, if you will.
There, I understand that very well.
I know that the life of a monk it can take many paths, but fire is quite intriguing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to be fair, fire is just kind of one of the arrays. I was raised. I'm gonna say raised like very. I'm gonna like look you in the eyes and make you try to be really convinced that I was raised by these people. Like I was raised by Gitzerai, and he was a Way of the Ascended Dragon monk, which I found dragons. None in particular. Not red. Not any. I just kind of took an interest.
Of course.
I took an interest to dragons, and yeah, the tomes were a fun read, and and the temples were fun to visit. So the path it took me was a little bit fiery. I'll call it that. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
That's good. We all find our own comforts in something, whether it be dragons or dragons. You know, it's I can't judge, but it's good to know that you have something that symbolizes. What will it be an art or a combative style? If there's anything that I can understand, it's that. Where you have the Ascendant Dragon, I guess you could say I had a lot of time in the Enlightened Dominion. It was a great use of my time over there, and actually, now that I think about it, there's probably a lot of overlapping ideology in that kind of way. I don't know how many orcs you've met on the road, but good people.
A few. Yeah.
Good people. I think Loon will start to drift off into thought of years past of life as a mercenary.
Urel will do the same with a little bit more trauma in the eyes, a little bit more. She'll kind of be more disassociated than thinking.
I think Loon will start to take like slight mental notes of all these things as he starts to refocus his attention on keeping watch, but keeping the back of the mind all kind of the Urala lore.
She doesn't talk much. She's just info dump.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Loon also entirely awkward in concerns to conversating. I don't know if I've even, this is out of character, but I don't even know if I've cleared this up. But Loon is an Aasimar, and I've checked with Kevin here back, and this, I believe that's not quite of a familiar thing in this world. But yeah, so I don't know how much
personable.
Yeah, or how much the party knows of that certain aspect. So yeah,
the Aasimar are known. They're very rare in Volstiba. So for you, knowing maybe you've gotten a name of what it is you are, but the way you were raised, the environment you were raised, you've never really come in contact with another Aasimar. You don't know much about their culture, where they come from, or anything to that ilk. So there's a lot of strange creatures and people in the lands of Volstiba. But for you, you've never had that connection of knowing where exactly you come from or what it is you're part of.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess there'll be more to explore in there in later conversations. But Loon will go ahead and refocus his attention to the guard.
All right. So one of you make me a perception check.
You want to go for it? I took the last one.
There, you rolled decently last time. No, I don't do that. Yeah, how about you do that? How about we pretend that and you do that?
Well, you might have wanted to take it. I got a 5.
I got 4, so no. That is hardly better, but sure.
All right, Lewin, roll me
our trauma right now.
Roll me a d20.
Alrighty. Oh boy. That's a 1, Kevin.
Fantastic.
We don't see shit.
We cannot talk about this ever again, Joel. We can never talk about our past ever again.
Okay, so
we're lost in the memory sauce.
I'm going to describe it like this.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
The two of you converse with each other, have a long conversation about where you're from, where you've been going, and the conversation goes long into the night. Kind of forget that you were supposed to wake someone else up. You're kind of on a campfire and you're chatting, and you kind of go from a sitting position to kind of a lying down position. And the two of you are looking up at the stars, just talking about things you have in common, places that you might want to travel to next, things you've seen in Volstiba.
Fuck.
And you just kind of rest your eyes just for a moment. And two fall
Too
asleep.
traumatized.
And it feels like a second has gone by. But it's more been probably an hour. And then you hear something.
Do we wake up?
No. It's very hushed. I'm going to have Lewin or Urala. You're both going to roll me a d20. Whoever is the highest will wake up.
Okay. $15.
15.
3?
That's a 3. My dice don't like me.
That's okay.
We'll get you new ones.
Yeah, we'll replace them. I switched mine out for my bone die. 15.
You start to hear tousled voices, high pitched. You kind of, oh shit, we fell asleep. You look over and you see the backpack is empty. And you see signs of struggling just out out of the fire light of your campfire. You see one of the goblins like Zeke is dead beside Blob. And Lewin, you kind of realize Blob is up, trying to take something from him. You kind of look around you. Multiple green neon eyes flicker in the shadows of the forest. And it's here, everyone, that we're going to take our break.
Oh, great. Oh, fantastic.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Shit.
I was asleep, so I got my rest,
The
right?
dice tell the story.
I was asleep.
It's just...
Sorbin, Thorn, and Clara, you will get your short rest. Not a long rest, but a short rest.
Oh,
That's fine.
And since we
like
got
blinked.
message in the chat that Alec can actually stay a bit longer, we are going to play a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Than we anticipated. So we will be right back in like 5-8 minutes, everybody. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Oh my god.
rise up. Tonight is all we have. Let's drop everything else this week. We play rebels and take down kings. Our foes trembling at the knees. So fun, whether or not we lose. Get lost, wander and make believe. Dicecream leading us through a maze. His mind, a playground of fantasy. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Yeah, D&D all night long. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Yeah, D&D all night long. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Yeah, D&D all night long. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Yeah, D&D all night long.
Hello, everybody. We are back, and we are going to jump into a very interesting situation on our hands. So let's not waste any more time, everyone. So
Aha.
the rest of you still asleep as Llewyn heard some rustling in the forest tree line, just inches away from the light of the fire that you have going on in the middle of your camp. Zeke, Goblin, his throat is slashed, dark green blood pooled on the ground. Orb is wrestling with something in the shadows, trying to wrestle something out of their hands, and multiple green eyes peer out from the shadows around you. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Wake up!
Wake me up inside. All right.
Wake me up!
14.
13.
Here.
11. Gosh.
Oh, actually, I forgot. We're doing our fun initiative homebrewed rule.
Oh,
Not
right.
bad. So,
Oh yeah.
Lead
We
the way,
are-
Clara.
that's right. So, we are going to have one of you roll a straight d20.
Oh,
And I will roll a straight d20, and whoever wins gets to go first.
Can I take my 15?
That you just got? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. $13.
Yeah.
With this being a bit of a surprise round, though, because of the nat 1 and jumping on you, though,
yes.
I am going to be acting, doing one movement here. And that is the wrestling between Blob and a figure in the shadows.
Yeah, no, it's mine. It's mine.
And you feel like Blorb do a front kick and push someone off of him. And then you see the shadowy figure reach for whatever Blob's holding. His back is towards you, so it's hard to see like what's happening. But it's your move, everybody. What would you all like to do?
Well, we're
Uh,
sleeping, right?
That's right. So Llewyn is up right now. So it's up to you to try to wake people up and see what's going down.
I'm gonna straight up just go, hey, hey, we got company. And just wake up the team.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
That's an action.
Jump up.
Torben readies right awake, hand already on his maul, ready to swing. As he's basically a marine, so he's ready to go right out the gates.
Let's go.
Okay.
Where, now that we're all awake, where on the map are the rest of the eyes that we see? Are they all kind of clumped together?
So you are looking at eyes here, eyes here, eyes here, eyes here, 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 here.
It's a lot of
Okay.
things.
Yeah. If you guys are okay with Clara just doing something first, in the kind of group, the three that are on the top of our map.
Go for it.
Outrage
Uh,
first. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I can get, so as Clara's like what? And she just sees all of these pairs of eyes, you're gonna see, just to keep the anime vibes going, that before she even really says anything, she kind of like starts to rise up into the air with her wings and starts to spin around. And imagine the Sailor Moon theme song playing in your head. And as this like rainbow of colors, she's gonna be like, truffle shuffle. And you see this mushroom come out in the center, kind of those three eyes here. And these tendrils, as she says that, the rainbow tendrils kind of swirling around her go down her body and into her arms, and these roots go through the grass, and at the very tail end of the 30 feet of them, out pops a tiny little mushroom that looks kind of like a little fly agaric. And you see around it like a swirl of spores. And Kevin, I need everybody within 10 feet to do. I had it up. Oopa-doopa-doo. Oh, Martha. I need a dexterity saving throw. Oh, no, sorry. No. I don't need anything. I need... How did we decide this works? Sorry, guys. Homebrew. They needed to make a wisdom saving throw.
So what are you currently trying to do?
Well, so Truffy comes out, and there's those 4 abilities that he has. So I rolled a 2.
So this is how it works. So you you put out Truffy, spores come out of Truffy. You roll on the table, whatever effect that is, you look at what save they have to make.
So that's the thing, is it doesn't tell me what save they have to make, it just says they have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, let's do Constitution.
Okay, so it'll be Con 13.
Okay. We need to get a little mushroom token for you there.
Yeah.
Which I think I can get for you. 1 second. Little mushroom guy. We'll do this fungi right here.
Yeah.
So within a 10-foot radius. So this is our homebrewed druid class for Clara. Circle of what do we say? Myconids?
Myconid circle druid, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so dexterity or Constitution saving throws. Okay. That is a 14.
Okay, so that'll pass.
That is a 8.
Fail.
And yeah, so 1 success, 1 fail.
There isn't a third one there? Boo.
There's just 2 there. So as that happens, though, you do start to hear coughing coming out from the brush. And we'll put a little yellow dot on the affected one. So yeah, you see truffle shuffle, and this mushroom appears from Clara's person, throws Truffy over towards the tree line area, and just starts jiggling around, and all these spores start to emanate in this dust cloud all around. You hear the 2 goblins, and the one that was wrestling with Blob kind of comes into view in the fireplace light, and that's another one of those goblins that you fought in the tavern. Same kind of garb, glowing green eyes, swirling hands around them. Don't see one as powerful as the commander, like their captain kind of thing with the high bamboos. This looks like more like local grunts. And you see another one shaking kind of in the tree line over here that's going and buckling over. So what does that effect do?
So he has, what this is called is, we've called it Hunter's Fear. So as he's coughing, you start to see him kind of like twitching and looking around nervously, and almost like looking behind him, in that he's convinced that he's been hunted by monsters. So his disadvantages on dexterity saving throws until he finishes a short rest.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think Clara's going to stay where she is, kind of huddled with the group. And then Truffle is going to kind of move 30 feet west to the closest set of eyes that way.
I think I can. There you go. You control Truffy.
I think I'll ask him to move like 5, 10, 15, like here.
Okay. Shaking about, moving over there. Fantastic. Anyone else?
This is like group initiative, right? We're all going at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stir from asleep. What the hell is going on?
Ready yourselves.
Oh God. How many are there?
Thorn, you clock out 5. They can see they're close to the tree line, and like multiple other eyes kind of glinting out in the distance behind them.
Hell. I'm gonna. Do I see them arguing over the orb?
Yes. The two of these goblins are in view.
I'll turn to the group and be like, "We gotta make sure those they don't get away with the orb." And
Blob have it?
What was that?
Didn't Blob have it? Like he fought.
Yeah, Blobs has it, but we gotta make
Blob
sure.
has it currently. Was able to front kick someone off of him, but now they're like trying to get it back. They're in a bit of a wrestling match.
So, I can't control my guy. But I yeah.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna go. I need everybody to calm down. As I clap my hands, I cast Calm Emotions.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I need everyone in a H humanoid. So, are goblins humanoid?
They are not.
Oh, beans.
Oh, they are not going to calm down.
They're not going to calm down. Do you want to retroactive that?
Yeah, because I'm not getting my ass kicked again.
They are so mad.
Not this time.
Not this time. But what I will do, is which one's arguing with our boy?
It is
this
the
one?
one directly in front of him. Yeah.
All right. That one, I need a wisdom saving throw. As like the Thorn lights up a cigarette and he looks at that goblin. His eyes kind of flash this deep purple, and that goblin begins to hear all of these whispers in his head as I cast dissonant whispers on him.
Oh dang! Okay.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. That's a 19.
Damn.
15 plus 4.
Let's see. Do they take any damage on a failed save? On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage. Okay.
There we go.
So they'll still take 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then divided by 2. So that is 10 cut in half, 5 psychic damage.
5. Okay.
And that'll be me.
Okay. And I'm gonna make a roll.
I'm
here.
too close. Someone help me.
So as you're doing that, you see Blob and this other goblin wrestling with the black shard, the sphere, and he just kicks him off, goes back onto him, and you're like, everyone calm down. And all these whispers coming in. What the fuck is that shit? And he just like starts to drop the orb off, and he's now
Blob still has it?
like called on his Blob. Yeah, Blob has it currently.
Blob, get behind us.
Hey, what is happening? I thought we were all friends. What's going on?
Come hide behind us, Blob.
Torben will cut them off right there.
Okay, so Blob is going to move out of the way here on his move, but he will take an opportunity attack from the goblin. It's 1 hit and a miss. Uh, 7 points of damage to blob. So yeah, he tries to run away from that goblin, Alec, but as he's falling on his butt, you just see him do like a very strong side kick, green energy coming off the leg, and just hits him right into the kneecap. You hear a snap, falls on the ground, but he holds onto the orb like a football, still clutching it. Tank, you're up next.
Yeah, I will. Which one's it? Was anyone like stronger? Did we notice anyone was stronger than the other one?
Not stronger necessarily. You're looking at like a few of the grunts. You're not seeing like a commander like you fought in the tavern. But you've only seen these two so far.
All right, and the token one's got dexterity save.
Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. So I will. So I rage. I will take an attack on the one that just kicked Blob.
Yep. Being
And I'll
15.
do it reckless. And then I get my D4. 30-20.
Oh, that will hit.
So we get 17 total damage
Oof.
with my
Okay.
big hammer. Hammer!
Okay, so you got your hammer out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one falls to the ground, does a side kick to Blob, falls over. Alex kind of safeguarding Blob and the orb. You rush over there. You just kind of leap over in a single massive crunch as they're on the ground, just like you feel ribs break. You feel like pelvis bone break as you just splatter the insides of this goblin, the inside. You see their essence, whatever that green magical flame is, flicker for just a moment. It almost seems to be sparked out, but it flames once more. Took a heavy hit, but still breathing. And Christian, try moving your.
Yeah, I got him now, Kevin. Thank you.
Cool, you got it. Okay.
I think Loon's just gonna try and back up the party up front. Each of these squares is 5 feet, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I can get here then. Well, I could actually get here in front of this guy.
That's Blob.
That's Blob.
The green dot is Blob.
And he's currently grappling the.
Yeah, he got
orb?
hit. He got hit in the knee. You heard a crack, and he's holding the orb.
How's he looking? He's pretty.
He's okay. He got a cracked
he's
knee,
okay,
but he's
okay.
not like on death's door.
He's not about to be. Okay, let's. I'm gonna go with a. Would a disarming attack make him let go of said orb? Or was that just for weapons?
Didn't the other guy let go of the orb and Blob still has it?
Yeah, Blob has it right now.
Yeah.
On the ground, holding it. So you
Okay,
have the orb is
we
in
just
your
gotta bring
friend's
Blob to
possession.
us.
Okay.
He seems friendly. Like he.
But it's up to you. You could take it from him if you wanted to.
No. I'm not gonna hit Blob. Blob's cool still, right? Yeah, Blob's still cool.
Blob's cool.
As far as you
He's,
know.
just- he's confused. Okay, I was almost about to destroy him. My brain said goblin, kill it.
Murder.
No, I'll.
You have ranged attack?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I think I'm just gonna take. Lewin's going to reach into one of the side sheaths beneath Lewin's armor, and he's gonna take out a hand axe. Can Lewin throw this hand axe?
Sure can.
All right, that's great.
It should have a throwing range.
Yes. Let me see here. It would be an inventory, I believe.
20 feet, I think. And it's a
Yeah,
piece.
it's 20.
Cool.
So I'll go for that goblin button next to Torben. That
Do you
one.
want
That's
the
right.
injured one? Yeah, go for it.
I'll
Roll the
try to
hit.
finish him off.
15.
Add a D4 to your attack.
D4. All right, and then 2, 6.
What's your
plus
radius again, Torben? Is it 10 feet?
20 feet.
Is it 20? Okay.
6 plus 5. Is that right? 6 plus 5. That's okay. That would be 9. No, 11. Help me. 6 plus 5.
That's the damage or to hit?
That's to hit.
To hit. So you should be rolling your d20 and then plussing your attack modifier.
So sorry. Thank you. I was rolling damage.
That's okay.
Knock off that rust. That was 14 to hit. Sorry.
Just missed. So you go to
Wait,
you got 15
Did you
armor.
add the D4 to the 14?
Oh, was the D4
Yeah,
to the hit?
to hit?
Oh yeah.
18 then. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all good. So
Okay.
hear that crunch from Torben. Ah! And then you just sort of run over to where they are, and
Great.
his
Okay.
axe just flips into the midair and just hits him in the eye. Gets pinned
Nice.
to the grass underneath him as it goes through his skull, stuck on the
Sick.
ground, blood protruding from the side of the face,
Okay.
covered in the axe.
Nice. Thank you for the help with that.
Nice hit.
No more. Okay. We got Urala, if you wanted to try some.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna just like get my spear ready and make my way. Like I'm gonna come. I don't think I can. Oh, can I? Yeah, there we go.
Here you
I'm just
got
gonna. Yeah.
20 feet right there.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna scoop myself over here and be like ready to support kind of thing, but I'm not gonna do
Sweet.
anything quite yet.
You could-
that guy
you could
looks
also-
pancakeified.
Yeah. You could also raid in action if you would like, so that you could kind of set a parameters of when it would pop off. So you could like ready
Okay.
your staff or an attack. Like if anyone comes near me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna in range. I'm gonna pop one off.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ready my spear then.
Okay. So anyone within 5 feet of you. Cool. Okay. Now the gobbies get to go. Here.
So glad I remember that I can throw hand axes. I'll keep that in my mind.
Finished him right off, real nice.
Clara, make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, no problem. Sure.
What?
Your cockers have hollow bones.
Natural 1.
No.
You
That's
feel. Let me just make sure I see this. You feel a shove come at you from over here, from your backside, and pushes you right into the campfire. And you go prone.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
As this gobby here starts to come out from the tree line with his eyes blazoned white as green flames coming off of their hands doing a telekinetic shove to put you in there.
Okay.
We're gonna take- Actually, make me a dexterity saving throw to see if the fire catches.
No, 6.
6.
I need some dice.
Prometheus still asleep.
Oh yeah.
Heavy sleeper, that Hermitha.
Oh,
Take a
cleric.
nap.
We need a cleric.
It's okay, I have healing a little bit.
You'll take 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Is this something I'm taking every round or just one
if you
round?
stay there.
Okay. Okay.
So that's,
Any more surprise goblins with telekinetic powers?
Let's find out, shall we? That was also a bonus action.
Okay.
As the goblin comes towards you and starts punching Clara in the fireplace.
Oh no.
God.
Honestly,
what
that's
did
fair.
she do?
She's so cute. Don't let
She
her
did
die.
nothing.
Into the fire?
That's a nat.
Crazy.
That's a nat 20 on the first attack,
Oh no.
and a nat 1 on the second.
Rotisserie.
Okay, that's
That's
okay.
crazy. That's
Oh my
crazy.
god. They're turning
Honestly,
you into
Jesus.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be
crazy.
5, 6, 7, 8 times 2, 16 points of damage.
Oh.
As the flames are catching on, and this goblin just the telekinetic shove brushes over to you, just UFC ground and pound as Clara's wings are trying not to catch fire, just surprise the hell out of you over there. Then we've got coming.
You're still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still conscious? Okay.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Not barely. I'll be okay.
It was Austin.
Freaking Austin.
Austin all this time.
Urala and Luan, I need you also to make these strength saving throws.
Aye. And then that's just a d20 plus the modifier?
Plus the strength saving throw modifier.
I think that's right. Okay. That's my favorite one.
It's a 14.
14 here too.
Same thing. You feel just a sudden shove come out from the shadows, and you put down your foot into the dirt, Luan, so you're able to hold your own.
Nice.
And Urala, you feel that same shove, and you put your staff into the ground, and it holds you sturdy. You do not fall over, but 2 goblins start to charge out from the tree line. And this one is going to attack you,
boy.
Luan. This one's going to try to get the orb out of Blob.
No!
First attack is a 15
Against Lewin?
against your Luan's armor class.
That fails. You said
Fails.
15?
Yeah.
Fails.
Okay, miss. And 17.
That also fails.
Okay.
Yes.
2 fails as this goblin just runs at you, green flamed hands. Your body just dodging, moving around, very
He's
nimble.
lean. He can move.
Not hitting anything but air. The other one's going towards the orb. Blob's holding on as you see the goblin trying to wrestle out of his hands. Give it up! Going to telekinetically shove him away from you.
No!
He has to make a strength saving throw. Oh, actually, no, my fault. It does not move them distance. It makes them prone, which he already is. So, there's nothing much I can do with that.
We need to get somebody on Clara, though.
Okay, so that's those guys, and then I think that is everyone. Yep, so it goes back to you guys. What do you like to do?
I'm gonna really quick go over to Torb and be like, "Hey, I need you to trust me right quick. Is that all right?"
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna quicken spell enlarge on Torb. As I
Yes.
slap my hands together, there's this kind of crackling lightning, and I'm like, "You're gonna get even taller." And I put my hands on Torb to turn him a size larger than he was before, to give you the rest of the stuff that it does. Let's see. Your size doubles in all dimensions, as does your weight. Your weight multiplies by 8. I'm sorry. So you'll go from medium to large. If there isn't enough room for the creature to double its size, we basically push out. You have advantage on strength checks, which you already got. But your weapons also grow to match your new size, so you're going to deal an additional 1d4 damage.
Now that's a big hammer!
Hammer!
Meteor strike.
Yeah,
So yeah, you see Captain Thorn just run up to Torben and like, "Trust me, big guy." This little electric shock kind of goes through your system, Torben. A feeling you are familiar with, and you just see your body start to grow, and almost these like ley lines kind of start to become visible with your skin. These like Viking sort of line rune work start to go up your arm in this bright blue coloration, and they zigzag into perfect points and angles and go up your cheeks and into your eyes. And this big blue bright energy comes out, and it goes into your hammer as well as it sinks up the handle and going to the massive chunky metal and rock point to it.
Can I retroactive one thing there,
Yes.
Kev? I would like to twin that and go to Luan and like, "Hey, trust me." I'm gonna large Luan as well. I'll spend 2 seconds.
Oh!
to make them both big boys.
I'm gonna look like
same-
Siren Head out here.
Yeah, you look like Siren Head. You start to grow as well, but with your thin form, you become a little bit more gangly and a bit more otherworldly, almost like a Elden Ring sort of character, like a marionette. And the wings at your side burst out from your back and start to become black with red-tipped feathers. And your eyes go a bit dark, and this like dark pigment starts to droop down, almost like the crow, and a black coloration of hair strand comes down the back of your body as well.
Holy crap!
Oh,
So, made both the boys big, and that's my turn.
you should.
Oh,
So we got Big Torben and Big Lewin.
Oh my god!
I do fight. I do fight.
so I'll attack.
Yeah. You got one with
Torben.
disadvantage on saving throws here. You got one that's tried to wrestle the orb here.
I'm going after the guy that goes after Blob.
Okay.
Get him.
I'm
Roll
trying to
attack.
talk deeper voice. As that is 17 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
I put it in the side chat for both of you, but both of you now have advantage on strength, saving throws, and checks if you didn't before, and you get an additional D4 to your damage.
Crap.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
Holy crap.
That is 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Yeah, that's a huge hit. So you see this massive maw, this huge hammer in Torben's hands just go you, and his octaves are like 3 levels lower. It just echoes into the tree line. Birds start to flutter out the treetops from the massive grumble. Another huge swing just like hits on the side of the goblin's head, like concaves the neck into its body. You know in Batman v Superman where Ben Affleck just does that overhand strike and the guy's head just like falls on the ground? It's kind of like that, with the goblin legs just dangle in the air and topples over.
Oh my god.
Yeah, huge hit.
Still alive.
Yep. Not doing good though, just like just twitching a little bit.
And I'll stay put.
Okay. Who else do we got? Oh, Claire, I believe you haven't gone yet.
Right.
No.
Currently
Get out.
in the flames.
She's in the fire.
Yeah, get out of that.
Well, have you roll me a dexterity saving throw again? Starting
To
your
get
turn in
out?
fire. Yeah.
Can't just like move out?
No, you can move out, but this is just to get the damage, not to move.
12.
Success.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll move. Claire will stand up and just like shake her feathers off as they're like kind of singed and you guys smell burning feathers. And I'm not gonna move out of his range, but I'm just gonna move out of the fire and then don't do that and like clap and cast Thunder Wave.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Nice.
So
I'll just
dex
do
save
first
for me?
level. Con, I believe.
Okay. That is a 3.
That'll fail. So he gets pushed 15 feet and it
Answer
is-
back with another shove of your own.
basically.
Yeah.
Which direction do you want to shove him?
He's going straight back, hopefully hitting Truffle's radius.
Ooh.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, just out of it.
Okay. And as that finishes, you're gonna hear Clara go, Truffle, shuffle! And Truffle's gonna move to put him in the radius. And he's taking 8 thunder damage from my thunder wave.
Okay.
And then he needs to do the con save for Truffle.
Okay.
This guy's getting messed up.
Let's see here. It's a 9.
So,
So
he
he-
as well will now take the effect of disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Which sucks because none of my spells do that.
Okay. And then 8 points of damage.
Yeah. And then Clara's going to back up as much as possible. This is all of the eyes that we've seen, right?
There's a couple more in the distance. These are the ones that were closest to you.
Okay, I think I'll try to like back up maybe behind like these kind of between these tents, trying to get away from any of the eyes for the time being.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, you kind of roll out of the flames, able to kick out any of the fire that's climbing up the side of your feathers. Like, don't do that! And just your own sort of gust of wind, this electric shock falls him back to the trunk of the tree as Truffle kind of shakes his way towards him. You hear immense coughing and little bits of green blood coming out of the mouth. That's but still standing over there. But I believe that is everyone. No, Urala, you have not gone.
And Luane hasn't either.
And Luane.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I can grab Blob and just like bring him back a little bit and out of the heat, maybe into like this area kind of thing.
He will get an opportunity attack from this goblin, but it could miss.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like kind of like grab the shirt ends and just like
get away from them. Okay.
Yeah, and just pull him out of danger.
Okay, how far back did you want to go? Because I think you can move 20 feet.
Yeah, so maybe like one. Yeah, so where I can't like because I'm on the wrong one. Like to this area kind of thing.
Yes,
somewhere
you can
here.
move you can move your guy over there. You should be able to.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. So moving him over there. Okay, it's gonna get opportunity attacks. That'll definitely hit. That's a 21. Second one is a miss. That's 5 bludgeoning plus 3 psychic. 8 points of damage to Blob. So as you grab Blob, like, time to go, buddy! Grab him by the scruff.
Yeah.
And he's grabbing the orb, and the goblin in front of him that was wrestling him just like, we're not going anywhere! He just does like a 3-point combo with the flamed fist. Lights his clothes on fire a little bit. A couple teeth fly out of Blob's mouth from that right hook.
We can replace those, it's fine.
He's looking pretty rough at this point. His like jaws kind of dislocated and a bit wobbly, but he's still up. Not looking great though. But he is out of the fray there for a minute. Okay, after this, it'll be the Gobby's turn.
Luane.
So,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Luane. My
You're
bad.
all good. Could Luane? I don't know how the mechanics of this would work, but I know that the goblins their size type is small, right? And then I'm large right now.
They are small, yes.
Is it possible for a large creature to throw said goblin
Hell yes.
into other said goblin?
Hell yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
If I could reflavor Luan's like weird elongated transformation real quick. So Luan's wings don't sprout where you think they would, but rather 2 or like 3 wings. 3 wings kind of pop out of the back of Luan's head and envelop the front of his face. As
that's cool.
A soft, foggy yellow light glows kind of around him as he's kind of on like all 4s now. And Luan, I think, will grab this goblin and just like Beast Titan throw it at the other one.
yeah. Which one do you want to go for? There's this guy is severely fucked up. Or you could try to chuck this one or this one.
You're right. I was thinking of grabbing that guy, the one closest to me, and then throwing him at the one in front of Torben.
Yeah, sounds good.
Easy target.
You're probably gonna win this, but make me a athletics check at advantage.
All right. That's 22.
Yeah,
that's without advantage. Yeah.
I got it too. So you're gonna chuck this guy.
Okay.
These wings envelop your face as radiant lights start to glow around you.
Oh gosh.
This low rumble comes through, and the goblin who's like, it was able to get himself up just to do those few attacks, but he's like, heavy breathing. You just pick him up by his head and just with a huge throw with the elongated arms. Bam! Hits into there.
All right, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a fail. So take a d6. They'll both take a d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Throwing everything this round, man. So sick. I was gonna throw the one at the one that was getting Clara, but he's getting choked up by said mushroom man, so he's got him.
Okay. So yeah, that one that was on the ground, not dead, but it's just like chips the bottom of the chin, teeth fly out once more, knocks him back on his head, and he's just very severely hurt. You hear like a sternum crack from the head hitting the chest region. He's just struggling to breathe, like might have a collapsed lung of sorts. But he is this guy's barely holding on, but this guy took a pretty hefty hit as well.
Okay. Can I add something? Sorry,
Yes.
I forgot one thing.
You can move Louis too.
As
right.
this guy came into that radius, because Truffle didn't actually do anything, he just moved. Can I make an attack with Truffle?
Sure.
Okay, so as this guy gets flung back and all this is kind of happening to the side, Blob gets pulled out and Lewin's throwing goblins. You see like a root system growing out from Truffle and around the legs of the one goblin that's within his reach. These roots kind of go around his ankles. And I'm going to try 13?
13 to attack?
To hit, yeah.
Miss.
No!
Ah.
So he's able to like kind of like shake off the roots as they're crawling up his legs.
Yeah, the little gobby legs like just like jumping up and down, trying not to get caught.
Yeah, get tried.
But it's terrifying. Okay, I think that is everyone.
I don't think I'm gonna move. I think I'm good. I'll hang out here.
Stay there? Okay.
Yeah.
So Gobby's starting to get up. 3 of them start to surround Torben, and they're just gonna go to town. There's gonna be a series of attacks on you, Torben. 15.
Hits.
14.
Miss.
10.
Miss.
15.
Hit.
19.
Hit.
And 18.
Hit.
Okay, so that's 4 hits.
Dang.
Kevin, you know we don't have a cleric, right? Mm-hmm.
The one that misses, I'll use one of my maneuvers, riposte, to make an attack against him.
Okay.
That's right.
That's 15 psychic damage plus.
Dang.
Is that from all the attacks?
Yeah, that's all. This is all of it combined.
Okay.
Not just one. And 24 bludgeoning damage.
Holy crap.
I'm down, but do I get 1 hit before?
Yeah, so you get your reaction from the one that missed.
Okay. So yeah, I'm down after that.
Not cool.
So
Yeah, they all get to attack twice.
that is 16.
That'll hit.
Yes.
And it was this guy who's barely standing.
Will that take one of the attacks off of him, or?
One of I think. So it's
No, it's
two,
just
four,
if they. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2, 4, 6. They have 2 attacks altogether. 4 out of the 6 hit.
Right.
So he
Dang.
takes 15 total damage.
How do you want to crush that goblin before you get bent down?
He's gonna take a few hits and bring his hammer down and just concave it, and it's gonna go into the dirt, and he just disappears.
So yeah, unfortunately, the goblins start to surround you. The flames erupt from their hands, and they just start to like acrobat flip off each other to reach your head. So these like green little guys are just flying at your head, just and it stings way more than you thought it would, especially in your bigger form. And you're just starting to see, lights. The birds starting to swing around. You go, this one goblin goes, oh shit, and just gets pummeled into the ground like a railroad spike, dead on arrival. But that one, it took all of your strength to do that, as the 4th hit just comes up like a fireball up the chin and fall down. Your body shrinks back down.
I'm unconscious.
Oh,
Yeah.
even with raging?
He took
Damn.
4 out of 6 hits because each goblin can attack twice.
That's
So it
crazy.
was 15 psychic and 20 something. Was it 20 halved? Was it 40 or? Oh, it doesn't matter. I was down. Anyway, I had 8 hit points left before bludgeoning.
Oof. Yeah, because it was each of the D4s is a D4 plus 3, and a psychic are a D6. So it
Oh,
stacks
boy.
D4s, and then plus 3 to each of the D4s that you got hit. Because I don't think you were raging, right?
He was.
I was. Yeah, I was raging.
So you take half damage.
So you would take half damage from the 24, which would
I'm
be
still
12.
down. Still down.
Still down. Okay.
Oh,
I only had 22 hit points from the last fight, or from the long rest. Or short.
Yeah.
it's a lot of green.
Okay. So Torben is down. Those guys all took one out as he went down. Got the one guy here.
There's still.
Getting pretty upset. He is going to try to shove Urala to make me a strength saving throw.
Man.
That's a 19.
You're good again. The same tactic, trying to telekinetically push you as they run forward. Your bow staff, you just wave it around like a helicopter thing. Just meet them head on as they run towards you. And you're just seeing like Ip Man style, just like back and forth as you're standing between you and Blob in this orb they're trying to get.
Yeah.
So they're going to take 2 attacks against you.
Shit.
It's a 16 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and 12 to hit.
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, no, that one doesn't.
That's 9 points of damage. So you're doing pretty good. You're able to just meet blow for blow, block for block. But as this goblin's trying to get in there, they definitely have an objective. And the green flames, you're catching them, throwing them over. But this whatever this power is fueling them, they're just getting more enraged. And a couple hits you in the rib, one in the solar plexus. It takes the wind out of you for a minute, but you're able to stay firm and are just continuing the battle on there. Okay, that is all my guys. What would you all like to do?
Is our cleric up, or are we autopiloting our cleric?
Currently, I don't have their stats.
Got it.
I think Hermith is knocked out.
She's taking a hard nap. She was
It's gonna
like,
be role playing that they were fast asleep,
okay.
unfortunately.
Something that they ate.
Okay. Let's
But I will say they do have some things on them that could help.
We're gonna steal.
I will give you that assistance. We'll have them kind of still just like passed out on just heavy sleep of Hermitha. But I will say, I will give that there is a potion of healing on them.
Can I use my spear that was readied? Can I use it to just like try and?
Oh wait, you readied an action if someone came towards you. What am I saying?
Yeah, can I try to stab this dude?
Actually, oh no, sorry, that was before you did move from there. My bad. But yeah, it's your guys' turn, so you can try to attack him if you want.
Yeah, so can I try to like kind of kebab him, almost like try to use my staff as use the pokey part instead of just blocking?
Yeah, no, you can go for an attack if you've got your other monk moves, like you've got your monk abilities, so you got your key points. So you could do your bonus action, do Flurry of Blows, which would give you 2 unarmed strikes, and then your action to hit him with the staff. You also, I think, you can use your key points to do that fire breath attack as well.
Yeah, so can I try to use the end of the staff to like push him backwards?
So you could push as an action. So it would either you could push him in exchange for an attack.
Okay.
But you
kind of like grappling almost, like to just get him a little bit further from me than right in my face.
So you could bonus action, key point, Flurry of Blows, 2 unarmed strikes, and then you could use your action to push him away from you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I'll do it that way.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'm rolling. Hang on. Which am I rolling for this one?
So you should see on the middle part of your sheet there, it says unarmed strike.
Whatever you rolled, hit with D4,
yeah. So that's the damage. So with your staff, there should be a modifier to hit.
No, I'm on this page that I showed you, like this sheet of paper thing.
Right,
so I don't have a whole lot of...
We didn't get you on D&D Beyond yet. We'll do that for next session. But
sheet of paper.
So I think the Jordy Rose voice in the air can help me with this. So it would be, I think, your dex plus proficiency, your modifiers.
Yes, but you can only take, I'm going to be Jordy Rose for a second. You can only take Flurry of Blows after you do an attack action. So it's like,
gotcha.
Hit them again.
Okay.
So hit that.
So so I'd need to hit him before. That was kind of what I was thinking, is like getting him away from me so that I could hit him, but getting him like out of the range to smacking me away. Okay, so then can I use the attack action to like use the end of my staff and just like jugular hit him?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'll just try to like throat punch him.
Yeah, so you should roll D20 plus whatever your dex modifier is on your sheet, skills plus your proficiency modifier. It should be up there as well.
2. I think it's 2.
Yeah, okay.
So those combined is your modifier to hit.
Okay, so that's 21.
To hit? Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. Okay, sweet.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm using my spear for that, right?
Yeah, so you roll the
That's the end of
damage
my
that the spear provides.
So that's 8 piercing damage
8 piercing damage, okay.
in his throat.
Sweet.
Little throat punch.
And then you could now use your key point to bonus action for your blows and bop bop. So I believe it'd still be that whatever those 2 mods were. So you wouldn't add the big numbers, it's the little numbers, the little +2, 3 or whatever. So those added together would be your mod to hit for your flurry blows as well.
Okay, and then it's a d20 for...
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's 17.
That also hits. So roll again for the second attack.
Okay. That's with that's unarmed strike, right? So that's okay. That is that adding? Oh, that's adding the attack bonus, right?
Yep. So you're the same thing you did before. D20 plus the attack bonus.
It doesn't include your proficiency.
D20 or the...
Yeah, so what's your dex modifier on the sheet? There should be a number underneath it. This is plus something.
Yeah, +3, and then the proficiency is +2, so it's adding 5.
Yeah, so for your flurry of blows, it's actually just going to be the dex. So roll your d20 and add your +3.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
So that's 16.
Sweet, that hits as well.
Okay.
So All 3 hits. You did 8 damage, so roll the damage for the unarmed strike and just do that 2 times.
Okay.
It should be that D4.
7 and 9.
9. So 8 plus 9. So that's 17 points of damage.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this goblin's looking effed up. You kind of go in there, blow for blow. You're kind of sick of this shit, and you just kind of, you have your staff in the ground as you're doing like hand-to-hand combat. Then you take the staff and just full crack, hit him in the back of the head. Ah! And as he flows this way with his head, you're able to catch him with the right hand and catch him with the left, kind of bouncing his head back and forth. And you just kind of see the eyes just spitting in his head, just gumbling back a little bit. He's pretty messed up. So good job there. Captain Thorn.
Yeah. Can I just which of the goblins looks the most beat up besides from our own?
Let's see here.
Is it the one that just got his ass kicked?
Yes.
Our girl over there?
Very much so.
All right.
That one is pretty injured. This guy's injured, and this guy's very injured.
All right. I'll look down at Torb and be like, I'll be right back. Even though he's knocked out on the ground. And I'm going to move over here. And I'm like, you boys look like you could use some rest. And I'm going to cast Sleep. Sleep. So I need to roll 5d8.
Okay.
Oh, that's so many d8s. I didn't prepare. I was thinking about this for like 10 minutes. And
is that creatures you can see, or is it a radius from you?
So it is creatures within 20 feet of a point I choose within range are affected. I don't need to see them.
Cool. They are all within 20 feet.
Beautiful. And it's going to start basically, once I roll the 5d8, it starts with the lowest injured or the most injured.
Yeah.
We'll then subtract the remaining hit points. They fall asleep, and it'll keep going until until the number is depleted. So that is what was 8 plus 4 help 12. So 12 to start plus another 6. So 18. That is 18, and then plus another 8 plus 5 is 13 plus the 18 31, and then the last 2 that is double 6s, so that's another 12. So I have 42 sleep HP available. So the lowest health enemy, or like the one that's taking the most damage, subtract the remaining hit points from that, and then they'll fall asleep, and then it keeps going till I'm out of sleep HP.
How do you want to do this?
Do I sleep all of the goblins?
You do.
I said, I just come up, take a deep pull off my cigarette. I was like, I think you all need to rest. And the cigarette smoke, like almost like a smoke screen, comes out of my mouth and rolls over the goblins.
Let's go.
That's sick as fuck.
That's so awesome.
One at a time.
Oh, fuck. I might have just get hit again.
They start to envelop into the smoke. And you just see all this fighting going on, all this chaos. Torben's knocked out. Luin is some insane Elden Ring looking creature that Guillermo del Toro
We got Siren
would have
Head.
loved to have invented. Which actually probably did. And you just see Captain Thorn just run out into the middle, almost like dragon smoke coming out of their mouth. This cloud billows out uncontrollably in a fog-like state. And the goblins just start to all fall down. Not dead, but unconscious for the moment.
They're sleeping. All right, we got to tie them up real fast.
Real quick. All of the other little beady eyes in the distance all just start to...
It lasts...
Very good.
It lasts for... Let's see. How long are they asleep? Does it last till the end of the spell, or... until the spell ends, so it's a minute. So we have a minute to tie them up. Tie them up!
I'm going to cast a healing word right away on Torben because he's still unconscious at second level.
I'm going to start tying goblins up.
Am I still biblically accurate?
Do the same.
Yeah, you're still biblically accurate. Also, how long does enlarge last? I know I'm concentrating on it, so
be not afraid.
It It also lasts for a minute. So for this minute, we will have your Elden Ring.
Dude, we start like spinning them up in like ropes.
Like a spider web.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Oh Lord.
All right. So as you're tying up all the gobbies, getting Torben back up on its feet, you just hear a bit of wheezing from Blob.
You did.
He's so fucking angry. I don't get it. I'm gonna sleep for a little while. Where's Zeke?
He is also sleeping. He is sleeping with the rest of them. He's getting a quick rest. He was in a little bit of pain. He got beat up. But he's taking a rest too.
I'm gonna go sleep with him for a while and just go cuddle up next to her.
I don't think you should move, little guy. And I'm just gonna like hold on. I'm just gonna like hug him. I'm just gonna
Okay.
just stay here. Just say you're good. Good here.
I think just to make sure that he makes it through the night, Clara will use her last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on him at first level.
Sweet. So yeah, the wheezing, like something might have broken in his rib cage, starts to set back in. Scars and bruising start to become flesh once more, and that goes into a.
I think Clara would just lay down next to him with Eurola hugging him and like stroke his head, be like, "It's okay, buddy, it's okay," and like be with him, knowing that his maybe best friend is dead.
I vote that we just tell him he didn't make it through the night. He died in his sleep.
He is dead.
I'm pretty sure Zeke was dead
Zeke
before
was dead
we
at the
woke
start of the
up.
encounter.
When he woke up, he was.
It was pool of blood. He's done so.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They killed him.
I'm gonna grab the orb.
Yeah.
And put it into my jacket. And now, how many goblins do we have tied up?
3.
3. The rest are either dead or vanished into the forest,
Yep.
right? All right. And Torb got back up because of the healing.
Yep.
Yeah, he got 9 back.
Oh. All right. Well, looks like they didn't want to wait for the delivery. Doing all right there, big man?
This one knocked me out.
Did you? Was that the one that you killed? That knocked you out, or
The one that knocked him out is, I think it
Asleep.
was, yeah. One of them is asleep. I think it was the yellow one here.
Oh yeah.
That one right there.
How many do we need alive?
Have at it, big man.
Technically, none of them.
Gonna take his hammer. That was not nice. And bring it down and attack him.
And as you go to raise the hammer up, it closes in on the camera POV as you and blacks out the shot. And that's the end of our session, everybody.
Fuck yeah. That was not nice.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Holy
Executed these
shit.
goblins.
Nat
Dude,
one rest checks.
Yorala's never
shoot.
gonna sleep
Harsh.
again.
Lewin's going to freak out.
She's
Going
never
back to
gonna sleep.
consciousness, bro.
I
That's-
need my beauty rest.
Yeah, so when we come back next week, you'll have taken a long rest. And hopefully we'll be here with Chelsea as well. Chelsea, we miss you.
Yeah.
We need the cleric.
Yeah.
Please.
Need the cleric.
Please.
I did what I could to support.
Don't
Please.
eat magic mushrooms that make you sleep.
Don't eat the sleepy mushrooms.
It's psychedelic mushroom soup. That
Clara
something
makes you
that's
go
new,
sleepy
man.
too
Of
much.
inventory, which one she ate, and
But yes, we will return here next week with all of you. Thank you all so much for joining us on our session 2 of our new campaign. This is the vibe, everybody.
Fuck yeah.
We'll see you here next week. So excited to get this story on its way as the rest of you continue on to Norzula's Rest and whatever the fuck big brain unicorn man could be.
Big brain unicorn man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But until then, everyone, have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Rise up, tonight is all we have. Let's drop everything else this week. We play rebels and take down kings, our foes, trembling at the knee. So fun, whether or not we lose, get lost, wander and make believe. Dicecream leading us through a maze. His mind, a playground of fantasy. Play with me, play with me, play with me, play with me. Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, D&D all night long. Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, D&D all night long. Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, D&D all night long. Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, D&D all night long.
That was fucking great.
That was crazy.